Hello, hello, everybody. We are live here. Let's see if I did this right. There we go. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome to the Stream Doctor with special guest Lulaboo. How you doing, Lula?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we do here on the show is basically streamers can submit their channel to get reviewed, and we will basically go through your stream, give you guys some feedback. You guys can ask questions and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. And we're gonna do that for the next about 2 hours. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And if you guys want more information, stream DR in chat for more information. So before we get started, Lula, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your stream and how long you've been streaming for?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Hi, guys. My name is Lulaboo. I am a cooking streamer. I am now currently going 50-50 cooking and gaming, but for about 2014 up until 2021, I was doing a lot of cooking streams. So if you've ever wondered if there was, any action in the food and drink channel, I am here to tell you, yes, there is. Yes, there are. Really great amount of people there. You should go check it out. Been streaming for a very long time. Slowly but surely have gotten myself up to a point where I can be super duper absolutely proud of my stream stuff. And I like it. Play a lot of World of Warcraft. I do a lot of cooking stuff. I get to try out cooking books that are pop culture related to gaming, and I think it's great. So it's been really neato. I got to close out BlizzCon one time. That was really cool. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. Yeah. So if you guys need advice on how to do cooking streams, definitely check hers out. And don't watch me try to do a cooking stream because it
would be fun. You would love it.
I've done it one time, exactly one time ever. It was good. I did a Blue Apron, so I kind of cheated, but
I will never shame people who do Blue Apron because or do anything like that, because you know what, cooking is cooking and everyone's got to learn somehow. Everyone's got to try it out at least once, and those places, those people with HelloFresh and Blue Apron and stuff like that are just helping people just absolutely get into it for the first time and feel a little bit confident afterwards, which is what all the food and drink streamers ever strive to do for people. So
yeah, I mean I loved it. I did it for a couple years, and I learned so much about how to actually cook. So I get made fun of for it, but whatever, I don't care. The food's good, and it was easy, and good. I learned. So we're gonna start the show by going over Lula's stream first. We're gonna stream doctor that, and then when we're done, we'll take submissions from chat. So if you guys do want to submit your stream, again, you can check it out in the Streamer Square Discord server. We've got a good number of submissions already, and if we don't get to you this week, we do this twice a month. Usually it's the first and third Tuesday of every month. This is a special time because we missed last week, so that's basically why we're doing it this week.
Oh, this is kind of like the equivalent of showing your underwear to people. So please, realize that this involves a lot of trust in it. But I trust Lowco a lot, and I trust you guys with the good vibes. So that's why I'm here.
I'm not gonna be mean.
No, I know you're not gonna be mean. I know. It's just when I always kind of show people stuff behind the scenes, I don't know why it feels that way. It just feels like I'm here's what my underpants look like or whatever,
Except everyone can already see this anyways. Okay, I'm not looking at anything that can't be found publicly. So
you're absolutely right.
But no, I mean it's gonna be good, and the cool thing about the show and why I've started to have guests on more regularly is because there's not one right way to stream. I can give you my feedback and my opinion, but that's just my opinion, so it's not the right way. It's just what I think about your stream. And everyone, if you've ever talked to your Twitch chat, everyone has a different opinion about things.
Yes, they do. There's and that's one thing everyone should take in here when we're going through other people's stuff. We're gonna have opinions, and whether or not they're right, it's completely up to what you want to take from it. So You know, it's one of those things.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm on your channel. Lula, if you want to pull up your channel as well so that we're on the same page here.
Give me a sec. Let me put it up. And okay. So we are on my front page.
Yes. So I'm gonna check out your first of all, like instantly I'm seeing the consistency in the branding. I'm seeing your starting soon screen is matching your background. So that's great, obviously. Like that's good brand recognition. I'm gonna check out your channel trailer because I do see that you have one. So I'm gonna watch that with the stream.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
So got one more set of
I have something to say about channel creators one more time.
Ah, nice. I like how you have testimonials.
Thank you. I actually have more now that my chat has given me, like the one for the World of Warcraft, home of the Struggle Bus guild. Yeah, my guild is named Struggle Bus, and the Struggle Bus, excuse me.
Oh gosh.
We're very casual.
It's food.
Oh, and this pasta is the TikTok pasta, that the feta recipe or whatever that was popular for a while.
Oh yeah.
No, this was not healthy.
It's really good.
Oh my gosh. These food shots.
Oh, they were. Oh yeah, that's exactly why I did it. This is why I did it. So you know what to expect when you're on my channel. So.
This is so cute. Oh, I love this this like exit screen right here. This is so cute.
Thank you.
And sometimes games. I like that.
Thank you. It's my channel trailer. What can I say? I figured, well, every time someone has a channel trailer, I'm always like, yes, this is the best way for people who have never been to your channel to see like what is happening in 60 seconds or less. Like this is your time to put like that elevator floor pitch for your stream, for your channel and stuff like that. And so I think it's super duper important to make sure that you have one. And there are a lot of streamers who don't have one, who probably don't need one if they're like bigger streamers. But if you're like small and you want to get more discoverability, I would really recommend trying to get a channel trailer together. Those things will be very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a quick 1-minute snapshot, and you'd be surprised like how many people will come by your channel when you're offline. Like especially if you're marketing correctly, like you're on Twitter, you're using social media, like you are offline more than you are online usually. Like unless you're like a crazy streamer, like. You know, so that landing page is so important for people to get a first impression of your stream.
Absolutely.
Love the food shots. Like if you didn't have good quality food shots in that, it would have been like you're doing yourself a disservice. Like you gotta have those food pics. Like
Oh, I had to make sure I had those in there, so I was really happy that it turned out really well. So that's mine. I hope you guys liked it and stuff.
Nice, that's super cute. So I'm gonna head over to your channel page to take a look at your panels and your about me and see how that looks.
That is a really good question because I'm not even sure if oh yeah, I definitely forgot one of those. Okay. I recently updated my panels like 3 weeks ago and I realized I just missed one, so disregard the one that doesn't look like the other. Okay.
One of these stands out. The YouTube one, yeah, I see that.
yeah, that's from my old branding. So realize things change over time. Your tastes are gonna change, your channel's gonna change. So like, yeah, that's snapshot into old times.
Yeah, absolutely. But other than that, I do like the consistency. What is this Lulaboo sucks at fantasy football? Is this like, did you lose a bet or something?
So we do fantasy football every year in my channel. It's my way to community build with interests that are similar to mine. So I am a huge fantasy football fan, and I told people like we had to have something for the winner and something for the loser, because in fantasy football there's always a loser that kind of gets like a loser trophy or like a t-shirt that says I suck at fantasy football. And so I figured the only way I can make this work for everybody to kind of feel a little bit more committed is to put whoever the loser was in last year's fantasy football up there the whole year long until next fantasy football. So guess who lost 2 years in a row?
Oh no.
Yeah. So but I'm hoping next year I won't be so unlucky and I'll make a comeback. So but yeah, we do fantasy football and it's really fun. I like it.
That's awesome. I feel like do you use this panel to link to like signups, or is there like a team page where people can check it out? Because I feel
No,
like
but that's a really good idea.
yeah, I feel like that would be nice, like especially if you're new here and you're like, well, what is this? Like, I mean, it's great. It's a great story for the stream when people bring it up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be a great way to also like get people involved or to see like what the score was in the last season or to sign up for the next season.
Oh, they can totally see. Now that I think about it, there is a way to see the standings for the final standings for fantasy football. So yeah, that is definitely something I could do. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna have to do that. I have to write that down.
You better get a pad of paper ready.
I know. I gotta get ready. I'm good.
Nice. Got a wish list, got a sub button, email, nice. Business emails is really important. That's good. I love this this avatar character. This is so great.
Oh, thank you. A lot of it's commissions. Make sure you pay your artists, guys. Super important. I got my panels commissioned. I had new alerts made. Those are commissioned. I had a coding commission so that I can have a food timer on my stream that's activated and deactivated by mods.
Ooh,
And then you can see it like in the, yeah, it's pretty neato.
nice. Yeah, I'm really excited to check your streams out to see how you put these shows on because it's a lot. It's a lot of tech.
Oh yeah. There's when it comes to cooking streams, there's more than just the camera, the microphone, and yourself. It's kind of aspects to where like showcasing food or showcasing technique or what is it that exactly as a cooking streamer you want to showcase once. And for a lot of people starting out, it's going to be a lot of stumbling and fumbling, which after a while you're going to figure out what works for you a lot better, what doesn't. So
Absolutely.
and there's a lot of cameras.
Yeah, I feel like one thing that I'm missing from this page is like, do you have a consistent schedule or like do you have like when do you do your shows basically?
I used to have a consistent schedule, and that's one of the things that I had taken down a schedule panel because I had realized that I did the entirety of 2020 nonstop streaming, and I'm like, I need a break. So I don't have a consistent schedule anymore. So for like a brain break, I'm like, I will go online when I feel like it right now, and I will get back to the normal grind. And I said June, and I took a break in February. So I'm like, yeah, that's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm only streaming when I feel like it. I actually have a marathon I have to do in the beginning of June. So I'm gonna, once I get back to that consistent scheduling, I'm really hoping that I'm sorry, I'm talking with my pencil. I'm really hoping that we can, that I can just have another set of schedules back up when it's done, when it's ready to go.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of streamers take down their schedule, like, because it's always something that's like talked about a lot is like having a schedule being consistent because, it definitely is an important thing for, being reliable and for when people can know, when to expect you. But mentally, it can be very exhausting to commit to something when you have to be on and entertaining and you just don't feel that way. Like you feel like burnt out and you need a break. So how has that break gone for you so far?
I've been playing a lot of World of Warcraft actually, and other video games that have been tickling my fancy because I just needed to just have time away because it started to feel like if cooking is a job after I've been loving it so much, and it starts feeling like, oh, I have to do this or I can't find the inspiration to make something really cool or really new, or I have no idea what I want to make. I just realized I wasn't feeling very inspired, very, enthusiastic about cooking things at the moment. So I'm like, well, let me take a break. Let me find a new list of food that I'm going to be super excited to make. And then we'll take it from there. So that's what I've been doing. I've been building a new menus for stuff, kind of planning out ahead of time, hopefully. And, taking a look at other opportunities. So even though like, it's weird, I took a break and then I started getting more opportunities that are going to come in the future. So don't be afraid to take breaks because apparently there are still people kind of watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly, I feel I really resonate with what you're saying because I've been streaming for 7 years and like playing video games full time. And over the last year, especially with how like heavy 2020 was, like I feel like it's felt difficult to get into games lately, like to really want to play games. And so I've kind of been doing that less lately, like with still streaming and doing just chatting, but Yeah, it can really like when you do something so much, you can lose your passion for it when it becomes a job.
Yeah, so I was recognizing that. Actually, I didn't recognize that. I actually had a cataclysmic crash. I was making matzo ball soup and the matzo balls did not turn out. And for some reason, that was it. That was what snapped my freaking brain and just realized I can't. Guys, I gotta go. I'm not, and then I just kind of ended my stream and I'm like, well, that's not a really good way to end. And I realized I'm like, I am super burned out. I need to take a break. And that's when that was in February. And that's when I started like, I need time off. I need to stop doing stuff all the time. So it was, for some reason, it was matzo ball soup that did it. No idea why.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just takes like, one thing to go wrong and that frustration just has like built up so much,
Oh yeah, and that's what was happening. I was just like sitting there and I'm trying to make matzo balls happen and those matzo balls were not coming out. And I had a whole bunch of J Crew people were like, those are not coming out the way you're supposed to. Like, I was like, I'm sorry. I know first day of Passover is not working out for me, you guys. I'm so sorry. So, but it turned like, but they were like, it's okay. We just enjoy you playing, or we enjoy you watching. I was like, no, it's okay, I have to go. It was bad. Aww. It was bad. So it was one of those things to where like, yeah, I should have taken a break a long time ago. It's just, when sometimes you don't even realize it yourself until something like that happens. So
yeah, I think burnout it's not so obvious because when you're doing an entertainment job like this, like I think people just think that burnout is like you literally are so gassed at that point that you don't want to stream, but it can take form in a lot of different ways. Like you could still want to stream, but like you're annoyed all the time, right? You're just like negative or pessimistic, or your patience gets low, or creatively like you're just kind of doing the day-to-day but not really innovating anything new.
And that's what it feels like when the well is tapped dry and you don't understand why. You might want to look into making sure that you're not like kind of burned out yourself. And that's what it felt like for me, like creatively, inspirationally, whatever you want to call it. It was just, I was like drawing blood from a stone on that stuff. And it was awful.
Yeah, that's tough. I've been seeing that a lot with creators burning out lately. And I think also like, yes, this is like, this is a full-time gig for a lot of people, like, and so people are like, you got to treat this like a job, but it's also like a very creative process. Like it's not a very like standard type job. Like you need that creative freedom. And that sometimes involves just like taking breaks for like weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And being
That's
okay
exactly
with
what
that.
I'm doing. Yep. Because sometimes people will take breaks and not be okay. You just have to be okay with it. Like you have to understand that there's going to be an investment for the stuff in the future, and we're in the world of instant gratification, so it's real hard for a lot of people to understand that, but I promise you, just have some patience with yourself and it's going to be super helpful. Yeah,
that's well said. So let's take a look at your VODs. We're gonna look at one of your streams.
Okay.
Yes, and we're gonna look at your overlays and we're gonna see how everything's going with that. So do you have a preference within the last like couple of streams that you want me to do, or I can just do like the most recent
one with the exclamation point wow cookbook is when I have all of my brand new alert setups and stuff like that.
Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna click on that and let's check it out.
Hopefully you guys okay, I'm back. Hopefully you guys are here. Hello, what's going on?
I was basically showing off that cookbook. It was a new World of Warcraft recipe cookbook that came out with recipes from the game. It was like super fun.
So,
I was just showing it off for a little bit, doing the pictures and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just me sitting there doing stuff. You can definitely fast forward to when I actually start cooking, so you can check out what's going on here.
Okay.
And yeah, those nails are new. Those are not. I don't usually cook with nails. It was just a recent thing.
Is now messing
and I wash my hands, I promise. I have a nail brush. Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm 4 minutes in. Do you want me to go even further in?
Yeah, I would say, because I put on my makeup before stream. Like we do this whole thing before we even start cooking. I'm like talking, we're like updating ourselves on like other stuff. So go ahead and go into let me see here, 50 minutes.
Okay. I think your mic is super toppy though.
Oh, my mic. Yeah, my mic was having problems. I was never having any audio issues until this stream. It was a little weird. Unfortunately, audio is a little weird, and I
Same
don't know
color
why.
as your
So I'm
brother.
working. That's a
Yeah.
problem I'm trying to work out.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Let me go right before you start this cookingness.
Making our food. It's gonna be delicious.
Oh god, the microphone is so.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
so choppy. Oh
I
no.
couldn't figure out why it's so. I was doing so much. That's why I waited an hour until starting stream because I was like, sitting there, is this
Go.
better? Is this better? Like,
Gotta make sure we
it was
clean your
bad. So
space
it's
if
something
we
I'm
ever
trying to
have
figure out
some,
what's happening here. So
cleaning issues
Have
later.
you tried to change like is it battery powered or anything?
yeah, it's battery powered.
Okay. Did you try changing those?
I have not done that yet.
Okay. That may be worth trying.
Okay. No, I use rechargeable batteries. They might be a little. They might be a little fudgy now because it's been a while. So that's a good point.
Yeah, I've had issues with like wireless mics before, and sometimes it's just the batteries, honestly.
I'll have to take a look. Thank you for that. No, if you want to take a look at a not choppy audio, let me see if I have those videos available for you.
Okay, I do like I'm loving the camera setups that you got going on though. Like this is really cool. I didn't even notice the transition. Was there a transition? When was the transition? All right, I'm gonna go back to see when you switch over. Okay, so you got a couple different setups going then. You've got sometimes your full screen. Ah, the stinger.
I changed my camera. Yeah. I do have a stinger.
That was awesome. Wait, how did you click a button to transition that?
Yeah, so I'm using Stream Deck. I had to really learn Stream Deck and OBS so I can learn how to make stingers, time them right, and switching the camera angles. So there's a camera angle for talking to chat. There's a camera angle for talking to I need to close my door. There's a camera angle for all sorts of things. So let me give you something that's a little bit older, but it still encompasses what's going on here with the better audio. So
okay,
let me show you this one. Can I even link it to you guys?
Oh, let me get you a permit for that.
Oh, sorry.
Permit.
I have 3 cameras.
Thank you, Saul. You have 3 cameras? What kind of cameras?
2 Sony A6400s and then 1 laptop camera that is surprisingly amazing. So the Sony cameras are the ones that are pointed to either the whole kitchen or the granite countertop. And then there's one that where I talk to just chat is the laptop camera.
Gotcha. I really love that that stinger transition. That's really nice.
Thank you. I had a different one during this time over here. So if you ever see me switch it up, then yeah, it's different on that one. So but this one should have better audio. It's the exact same microphone. I don't know what changed. So if it's the batteries, I'm hoping it's the batteries because nothing had changed between me doing this and doing something else.
All right, let me I'll close this one out here. Boom.
If you want to go to, because this one, like I said, I put on makeup before stream and just like talk.
I'm gonna look at your intro first. I want to see your starting soon screen. Okay. Now, are these alerts, or is this alert in the top right? It says Lulaboo just like popped up there.
On the top right?
Yeah, just like rolled out and then rolled back in.
Yeah, so I had a social media stinger.
Okay. What social was that for?
Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and then I think I had a TikTok.
Gotcha.
And so it just kind of slides in and it puts like my business email. So it'll slide in with a business email and then it'll slide in with like my Twitter and it'll slide in with, you know, every once in a while. I even have one that says your ad here. Here's my business email, you know.
Nice. That's awesome.
And so I don't have anything too much, which is why I redid everything later.
This is really cute though. I like these graphics. They're really nice. Cute.
Thank you. Canva.com, everybody.
Really?
Free. It's free. Yes.
You made this?
What? On Canva. And then I added some After Effects afterwards because I wanted it to be a little bit better. So yeah, all of this I made on free apps except for the moving starting soon screen.
That is awesome. Wow, that's super impressive. Dang. I've heard about Canva, but I actually haven't like checked it out myself.
The free version has is really robust and you can make literally anything, and they have pre-made templates that you can cycle the colors through if you have your own brand colors. You can just hit your brand colors. It'll cycle through. All right, does it look better when I shuffle it like this? When I shuffle it like that? It's like crazy.
Wow.
So I always recommend it to people starting out.
That is awesome.
It'll help you get graphics.
All right, so I'm gonna go right into where you start to chat.
Oh, I don't have any good intro for this. Oh, this is thorough. I like this.
Yeah. I can't just catch you when you think you're at your best, you know? I gotta catch you all
right.
different times.
You're right. Yeah, I have a really crappy audio too, so you really caught me at a bad time. Oh, that's so good. All right, that's fine. When do I start talking? I'm trying to find it. Hang on.
Okay, past 20 minutes. Okay, here we go. It's about 21 minutes. Let me... A little bit... Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn on the sound here.
Oh, we will be doing makeup, just not yet. So, hello and welcome again, everybody, to the channel. Welcome back. Hi, it's me, it's your girl Lula. What's up, you guys? If you've never been here, hi, my name is Lulaboo. I'm a cooking streamer, and today we are making some keto snacks, and we are also making some random ass pozole because it is cold.
You always have to start out strong because why not?
Yeah. I walked through hail today twice. And I'm cold. I just want some comfort. And right now, my tummy is telling me.
It was other time I had just gotten. I was running late. I just got out of the shower, so like my hair's still wet. I'm still super shiny from moisturizer. It was rough. But,
this is how I look when I start my stream sometimes too. So.
And then
you're not alone there.
Some
good.
poppers. I was going to be making some.
And yeah, I made pozole that day, so really good Mexican dish that I think I might make today because I'm super craving it. But
we'll do the avocado cottage cheese keto dip later, another time, probably Monday. And Zetabyte, thank you so much for the 40.
All right.
5-month reset, 45-month
I will keep that in mind for my stinger then.
Andy to you. I didn't set up any of my streams, so you're gonna have to give me a moment here. There we are. So,
camera. Counter camera.
Welcome back, everybody.
Okay, so yeah, you just saw the A6400. That's the other A6400 that I use that goes into the camera. As you can see, it puts a lot of detail in there. And now it's a fixed lens camera, but it's higher quality, so I had to fudge with the positioning a little bit, but it still kind of works out. So it's one of those things where I'm still kind of doing the thing. I make dishes that I know will take half an hour to make, so that's why I try to like make it prolonged. That's my laptop camera.
So how long are your cooking streams? Like usually?
3 to 4 hours. Because usually I make stuff that's gonna be easy for everybody to make, and hopefully if you are not distracted with having to run a whole stream, hopefully it'll only take you 30 minutes. It takes me only 30 minutes. So the challenge sometimes is for me to take a 30-minute dish and like stretch it out so that we can have, long conversations, robust content, just stuff like that. So, and a lot of information. I always try to make people like learn something about cooking. And yes, that is a telescope in the back.
That is really cool.
Get it all done as much as possible.
And yeah, let's see here. So yeah, I'm really surprised that this laptop camera came out really well.
Oh my god, you guys.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing keto jalapeno.
That's why I still use it. It's like really good.
Deliciousness. We're gonna
like, I mean, you can tell that the quality is like when you're looking at the A6400 and then you go to this, you're like, you can definitely tell like it's not at that level. But I mean, for what it does, like, it's satisfactory.
Oh yeah, this is why it's just my chat cam with Chad. I have Chad scrolling up there. We have kind of the countertop looking at. You can kind of see the countertop stuff, and yeah. And yeah, I was featuring an air fryer that day.
Oh.
Couple of things. There was a lot going on that day. Chad's telling me that I need to explain air frying to you.
Chad has been trying to get me to get an air fryer for some time.
I guess you don't like convenience then, because that's what it's there for.
I've never used one, so I just, I'm kind of a noob with cooking still, so I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
I understand. Well, if you love pre-made meals like tater tots, frozen fried chicken,
who doesn't?
Stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So you can, or mozzarella sticks, just chicken tenders, stuff that comes in the freezer that you need to put in the oven to bake. You can actually just put it in the air fryer and it comes out way better.
Okay. Well, coming from you, that's a pretty strong endorsement. So I might have to just do that.
Pork roast.
Oh, it's really nice. I like it. And they come in many different like prices too, so you don't necessarily have to get like a super crazy expensive one and still get the job done.
Onion.
And then you can still meal prep. Like I meal prep with that thing, so that if I don't have to use my oven and it's 110 outside, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll stir fry it. It's fine.
Is it faster too, or is it about the same like cook time?
Faster.
Okay, well
because
that's
you can change. Yeah, because it's a smaller space and it's blasting the heat and it's circulating it, so it makes everything cook
gotcha.
significantly faster. There, chat, I did it.
So I'm getting.
I think I have the same knife set. This knife looks very similar to one that I have.
Oh, that is a Sentoku knife that doesn't like. I have a whole plethora of knives, and that one is just the only Sentoku knife I own. They're all the rest of them are chef knives. And I don't know what I'm doing with that face, but I'm sure I'm explaining something important. I don't know. I have it muted too, so I'm like, oh, this is. Like I said, this is the showing the underwear to chat part right here.
Who was asking? Someone was asking about the site Lula mentioned. Yobi, it's called Canva. It's like canvas without the S. Canva. If a mod could link that in chat, that would be great.
For about 45 minutes, but there's something about pozole that requires the long time. That requires the
so because I was making pozole, we had to boil the pork butt first because it needed to boil for 2.5 hours or at least 2 hours. And so before I even put on my makeup, I was like trying to get the pork butt roast getting to the boil, but I was getting distracted with whatever the heck I was talking about here because I don't even know what it is.
You're explaining pozole. Pozole?
Oh, okay. Pozole, yeah.
Pozole.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that I definitely noticed is like, you know, right off the bat, you have really good energy and you're talking throughout the whole process. Like, you know, especially with cooking where you have to focus on something, that can be super challenging because, you know, it's like when people play games and they have trouble like looking at chat when it's like a focus moment, except, you know, you're dealing with like, you know, ovens and things and timers and things and and extra technology. But you still are able to kind of talk through like what you're making. You know, I think it's good to like research, like maybe, like you said, like you talk about like fun, interesting facts about cooking or like the dish you're making. I think that really helps to add a lot of color into your commentary. And so it's not just like, I am, you know, peeling the garlic right now. Like, okay, obviously, like you don't have to say that every time. Like instead you're having an entirely separate conversation, but still like, you know, related to what you're doing. And I think that helps keep chat super engaged because, you know, if they watch, like, I'm sure you have like a good group of regulars that will watch anything you make and they don't want to hear like, oh, I'm dicing tomatoes right now. Like, that's okay. Obviously this is what you're doing, but like, why? Or are there any tips for what you're doing or like, you know, fun fact about tomatoes or something like that?
Or, you know, chat will also, you know, they talk about backseating in games. It's not only in games.
Oh no.
There's backseating in cooking. And not even in the bad way. It's just more like, oh, when I do pozole, we do it like this. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, like I might do that, I might not, but I'm not gonna, you know, whatever. So please realize that backseating is everywhere. And it's, you know, I do what I can to make sure that chat stays engaged. This is why I kind of brought in more than just cooking. That's why I started bringing in the fantasy football, doing makeup before stream starts. I started doing all those things because I wanted to have people contribute to conversations a little bit more to, you know, because we all like the reason why they're watching in the first place is for food. And so everything is always going to be primarily food. But I've just realized that a lot of people just want to watch. You know, I've had conversations with chat like, we'll just watch you do whatever. You want to watch paint dry? I was like, we can.
Don't give chat too many ideas.
Sorry. Community goals. I have one where my channel, I have my own set of trolls in my own community. Okay, like they want me to watch anime so bad, and I cannot stand anime, and so now I have a community. I have a community channel points goal for watching Food Wars because they want me to watch that so bad. I'm like, pay me is basically what I said. But yeah, just having commentary, having chat, you know, like if somebody was in my kitchen and they were sitting down watching me cook is the kind of conversations that I try to have when I'm talking to people, like as if they were just sitting down right there on my countertop and we were about to have like food and drink and fun. You know what I mean? And so I always try to put that kind of energy out there. I always try to want to interact with chat because if you can't make that chat connection, it's going to be really hard for you to have any kind of interaction because I have days where it is straight up. I will have 110 people watching my channel and it is crickets. And I am just sitting
Mm,
there having conversations with myself, and that is fine. Sometimes it happens that way. I'm told that some people will just put my channel on and clean the house, or put my channel on and, like, be at work and they can't really respond. And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that's cool. That's fine too. But, sometimes you get those days where you have really chatty viewers, and then you get those days where you have like it's a graveyard and you're just, yeah, okay, so blah, blah, blah. You're just trying to carry this whole thing by yourself, which is, fine. I'm Latina. I can do that. I can totally talk up anybody's ear.
Yeah. So do you like the way that you talk, or your strategy, does that change at all when you find that chat is slower? Do you do anything to try to get chat to, you know, be
Yes.
more engaged?
Yes. So controversial opinions of pizza and pineapple helps. Is hot dogs are hot dogs a sandwich? Let's see here. Just stupid, controversial opinions that really don't matter.
Hmm.
In the long run, food related is what I always try to go into, because everyone's got an opinion about food. Like, there are
Yes.
people who don't always have opinions about football makeup or World of Warcraft or video games, just space in general, but everyone's got an opinion about food and how they like their food and how they prefer to have it, or who, so many things. I used to work at Costco for 10 years, and there are people who had a hard time with the cashiers. I was an assistant, and I was like boxing up people, I was the bagger basically for the cashiers. And there would be people who like, I can't, it's just absolute silence with me and this other cashier. I'm like, not for me. I tell them that I'm a chef and I'm going to culinary school, and they just tell me all the things that they want to do. And oh, this is what I make at home, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. So, and from there I learned that just everyone's got an opinion about food.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, if whether you like beans or not, or if it's a texture thing that you don't like, there's people who will have opinions that I can kind of go into and be like, all right, guys, how do you guys like your eggs? What's your favorite preparation for eggs? Give it to me. What have you seen before? I learned recently pesto with eggs, with a fried egg, is like delicious on toast with like Parmesan cheese. It's
What?
amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
That's,
Just try
I
it.
mean, that
Just,
kind of sounds amazing, honestly. I kind of want to try that.
really, really good. Yeah. Don't overcook the pesto, but like fry an egg, put some pesto in the pan a little bit, swirl it around. It's so good on toast.
Mm. Okay,
So
now
that's
this is gonna make me hungry. This show's not gonna last very long at this rate.
Sorry,
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, but I love asking streamers this question about like how to get chat engaged, because it is probably one of the most common questions that I see from
Yeah.
streamers. It's like, how do I, because everyone struggles with this. Like, even if you have 100, 200 viewers, like there are just sometimes where chat will slow down, and like, sometimes it's just the content you're doing, or sometimes people just, it's just kind of the ebb and flow of streaming. So, just trying to see like what other streamers do is it's super fascinating. Yeah, you're right. Like, everyone has an opinion about food because everyone eats food and, has
We all have a
experience with
preference,
food.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone has their own pickiness with food. So, but yeah, I'm gonna just jump through here just to see. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
okay. Yes, we're getting more hands-on now. What
Here
is,
we- yeah.
wow, okay. I love you're right, the quality of the camera for when you're actually doing this. Like, this is what people want to see, the details of the food.
Yeah, so I try to make sure that I pointed the good cameras at the actual food and not, like my face. So you can still see my face, obviously.
Yes.
There's still a good quality camera in the corner, but as you can see, like all the details are in there, so you can know the techniques of what I'm doing. So I'm making like cream cheese stuffed jalapeno poppers right now, and we're gonna air fry them later. And it's one of those things to where like that's where my draw is. If I'm lucky enough and my thumbnail lands on a picture like this, I'm gonna get people to come in. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
otherwise, sometimes my thumbnail is like me without makeup. Like that's totally fine too. But sometimes it'll hit just right on that thumbnail, and I'll get something like this on there, which really does draw a lot of people out. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice.
That's actually like a really good point that I don't think a lot of streamers really think about, is like the thumbnail. Like, that is a way that people will find your channel. Like, having a good thumbnail, especially if you're doing a cooking stream, like, show the food. If you're doing an art stream, show the art. Like, that needs to be the thing that draws people in. So I really like that you bring that up, because that's super smart, super true.
Listen, as much as I'd like to think I'm the star of the show, it's really the food that's the star of the show.
Hey,
It
you know,
is the
people come
one
for
that
the
I try
food,
to
but stay
taste.
for the personality, you know?
That's right. That is actually true. A lot of people that's I've had the opportunity to be on the front page more than once, and a lot of people came up to me and be like, and have just told me that, like, yeah, I saw you on the front page, and yeah, I think you're pretty neat. I stayed because I thought you were funny, and I was like, thank you.
That's awesome. I don't even like jalapenos, but I want whatever is happening right now because it just looks so detailed and so good. Like my mouth is watering, and I don't even like jalapenos. Like this looks
I
so good.
promise. I prepare them in a way that they are not spicy. Like
Mm.
we can get jalapeno flavor. I'm one of those people who can tell you can get jalapeno flavor without jalapeno spicy. It is possible. It is a thing. Watch my channel, find more to find out how.
That's awesome. I like the balance with the cameras. Like I like that you still do have like your face and your body, and you can see. It's like a completely different perspective. I think that helps a lot too because, you know, the people that are there for you, they want to see your face and they want to see, you know, that perspective. So being able to have both of those going at the same time while, you know, one's not overpowering the other, I think it's a really good balance that you have here.
Yeah, I thought about it a lot about the picture in picture thing, and I didn't know whether or not I wanted to do this, but it's back to those things to where you want to make a connection with chat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of easier to make a connection with chat if you have your face somewhere, somehow to kind of mimic eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little things, but it's kind of important to know that there's somebody there. You know what I mean? Not just a pair of floaty hands in space,
Yeah.
preparing food.
Yeah. Okay, so let me skip through a little bit more just to bounce around. Let me actually get your audio back on so I can listen to the audio
Oh
quality
yeah, for
here.
sure. It should be the same microphone, better audio
like the
quality.
poppers are
Because
done.
hopefully it's the batteries. Good Lord, girl, please let me know.
Okay.
I will let you know if it's the batteries or not.
So now, hey
Let me close my
Lena,
door
thank you so
really
much
fast.
for the
Okay.
sub to the channel. Welcome to the Convoy Mother Trucker. Toot toot. Thank you so much and welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subbing to my channel. So here's what it looks like. It's a kind of a jumbled mess, but it's gonna work. I used to add,
Oh, these are
excuse me.
keto
I used to
crackers
add either pesto
What?
or
made out
sun-dried
of almond flour and
tomato
cheese. Yep,
to the mixture,
Hmm.
carb
and it
free.
turned out it would just make everything super
Once they're done
oily
baking, they look like
and not
soft
very
crackers. They're
delicious.
great,
So
and then you
Really?
just
I
I
have
dust
moved
them
on.
with
Instead of
popcorn
flavoring it
flavoring.
with like pesto or
So
sun-dried
good.
tomato paste, I started
I
using
think
just
you're
popcorn
actually
seasoning, and it
explaining
just
that
turned out
exact
a
thing
lot
right
better.
now on the stream.
Oh,
That's
So
okay.
that's what we're
awesome.
going to be using today.
Okay, cool.
And the
Amazing.
oven
Same
is
thing. You
ready.
can air fry these too,
We're gonna
Loco.
need
Just
some
so you
timers.
know.
So we're gonna stick this in the
All
oven.
I'm so
right.
sorry. I don't
You're
mean to tell
selling
you. I'll
me.
let you.
Link
I
me a
will let.
referral link to your air fryer.
Oh,
I'm sold.
oh.
Computer, set a flip timer for 6
I will let
minutes.
your chat troll you, not me. Don't worry. I deal with my own trolls. I don't need to contribute to anybody else's
Computer,
trolling.
set a
Don't
done
encourage
timer
them.
for
They
12
take
minutes.
any little bit of encouragement and they run with it. It's dangerous.
I don't doubt that.
I should have.
So you have a voice controlled timer. That's what you're talking about. It's voice controlled.
So that one is my old timer. I was using an Amazon Echo,
Oh, okay.
and which is it's nice, I guess, but sometimes it doesn't pick it up, and I don't
Mm.
notice, and so I might burn something because the timer
Oof.
wasn't on.
That's
Which is
rough.
kind of why I moved to like a coding solution for the mods to do the
So now
responsibilities for me.
you just yell at your mods. Your mods set a timer for
Yes,
6
yes,
minutes.
absolutely.
That's cool. So does that show on stream at all or
No, I don't. I have it off to the side, and I just yell at it a lot, and sometimes it doesn't catch it. So I'm like, computer, set a timer. I'm like screaming at it. And it's like I don't understand what and then people they like just chat likes to watch me rage about arguing with my Amazon Echo. It's fine, fine.
Nice. So let me see. Let me just bounce around a little bit
Oh yeah,
more.
keep bouncing because like this is me trying to stretch like 1 hour of cooking into 3. So like I'll sit there and talking for a while. These are the dried chilies that you need for the pozole flavor base.
I've already passed through.
And
I'm in at the chicken now.
oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's the pork Boston butt roast boiled for about 2 hours and then getting shredded to go back into the soup. It's super nice. Just talking about the I'm doing a taste test because I'm cooking the food. I need
Yeah,
to know
you
if it
gotta.
tastes
It's
good
very
before I do
important.
it anyway.
You gotta sample everything.
I try. I
Oh.
try. Want to make sure it's good.
So, one thing that could be an idea is like, because I see that you're in this setup a lot with like the big screen and then the smaller screen.
Hmm.
You could maybe fit like just a couple of lines of chat, like maybe right under the camera for because I feel like this is the type of content that people would want to watch full screen, like on their TV or while they're
Hmm.
cooking as well, like they're gonna watch full screen.
Oh,
So being able to just follow chat because you're looking at chat and answering things, it might make it easier for the people that are on mobile or just watching full screen to kind of follow along. Like just like
yeah.
3 or 4 lines of like disappearing chat or something, so it's not covering up too much, but it still gives people a chance to follow along.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I
Nice.
can do I can do that. There are definitely cooking streamers that already have their chat up there.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't mind trying it out. I've always been, I'm always like strongly, it's the food that's the star of the show. But
Yeah.
honest to God, I want chat to be included too. So this is actually a good point.
Yeah, that might be a way to feel like to make chat feel more included. Um, you also could maybe have like at the bottom a like not like I want to call it a topic bar, but basically like a little bar that matches your branding that says like what you're doing, like what you're making, or maybe what step you're on, especially if you're on a step for a while and
Hmm.
someone comes in and yeah, maybe it says it on the title of like what you're doing, but like, for those that are coming in
Yeah.
and out, or maybe they tune out for 2 hours and come back, like, what exactly you're doing. And that's something that you could actually have the mods help you with too. Like they could update that text as you're going forward. Like maybe that's something that you have the steps ahead of time so they can just update with what's happening and have that even like come in and out throughout the stream so it's not like on all the
Okay.
time like
Hang on, I gotta write all this down.
um one thing I use is something called Resilio. And what that is it's basically like a file sharing thing. So what I do is I have like a text file in there and the mods all have access to it and they can change the text. And you know how like with your tips and stuff you can link to like a text file and it just pulls the
Hmm.
text. So you can basically use that concept for anything, for any type of text or images and have your mods
Oh,
update the text.
and it's called Resilio.
Resilio, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I do my streaming news, like whenever I'm talking, like my mods are updating whatever topic I'm talking about at the time. So that because when I was doing it, I have to stop and I can't like talk and keep doing it. I have to stop and like edit it and it breaks up the flow. But with the mods
Yeah.
just doing it, they just match, they're just following along with what I'm saying and just update the
Neat.
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that could be cool. And yeah, you could have it so that it, just turns on like periodically or something or on all the time. I think, these two things would help make it, so for a viewer that's new or just tuning in and out or full screen, like these are things that can make it easier for them to get right back into the content.
No, I like that idea because I always want, people always walk in and show up and be like, okay, what step are you on? What are you making?
Yeah.
Uh, did you already make this? Stuff like that. So no, that's actually a really good point. I like that.
Yeah, no problem. It's called Resilio. I will type it in chat. Oh, thank you, Chef. Chef has already typed it for those that need the spelling. And I think it's free or there's like a free version or like it's very cheap if it costs money, I think. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a handy little tool.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. So other than that though, like I mean, as far as cooking streams go, like, you've got a great quality cam, you've got great camera angles. Everything seems like super fluid. I listened to your audio for a bit and it sounds pretty good. Like it sounds pretty clear. You have I also like that you have like some music in the background too. It's like it's
Oh yeah.
subtle, but it's just enough to kind of give a little ambiance while, you know, you're talking or there's, just some pauses while you're doing something. It gives it a
Oh,
nice little vibe to it, so I like that.
thank you. I really do think the music sets a lot of tone, especially for your streams. Like I was
Mm-hmm.
listening to your music before the Stream Doctor started. That was great. I loved it. It was very chilling, very welcoming. very front facing about what kind of vibes we're gonna get when we start the stream. Like I like
Mhm.
that, and that's why I like doing music as well. I paid the money for Pretzel Rocks because I
Mm.
think it's important to support artists, and I get to have DMCA free music that I can put on my stream, and there's a
Yeah.
wide variety. So for me, being able to like pull up, I don't know, electro swing or just whatever,
Yeah.
I feel like that day that will match the vibe. It's nice.
Yeah, they have a
Uh,
lot of different playlists, so I like that.
I do too. It's great.
So is there anything else that you want to go over or talk about with your channel, or shall we get into the
Oh,
submissions?
let's go over some submissions right now.
All
I'm ready.
right. So let's see who we got for today. We've got, looks like first up is JD White. If JD White is here, call her in the chat, and we will get you on the screen and start reviewing your show, or your stream, I should say. JD White, and then it looks like next up we will have Heatherly next. So Heatherly, if you're here, we'll probably get you in about 30-40 minutes usually is what it takes. So that's the normal run time. So JD is here. Let's take a look at JD White's channel. Let me link it to you. There you go, Lula.
Oh yeah, let me see that. All right, taking a look.
All right. Let me know when you got it up and ready.
I do. I have it up. Is this a? Oh no, this is. Check out this Valheim stream from 18 hours ago. Is there a channel trailer?
Sometimes it might be behind. Doesn't look like it. There's a highlight and there's a VOD, so no channel trailer.
Okay, just checking.
But definitely, we kind of talked about that before, JD, but soon TM, JD says. Okay, all right, that's fair.
Okay, fair.
All right, so let's go over to the chat tab and see what your landing page looks like for when you're live. All right. Stream schedule, check out the widget below, or you can enable notifications. Nice. I like your little badge. I like this badge. I like that you have it everywhere too. It's like your avatar for everything.
It's definitely the branding right front and center that has it there and good to go. You filled out all the stuff that Twitch always asks you to fill out, so you have a link to your Twitter, YouTube, Discord below. I always think it's important, even though you have the link to your socials at the bottom here where it says about JD White on there. I think it's still super important to kind of have it on the offline banner too, because a lot of people glaze over things. And so you want to put your best chance possible out there for people to be able to reach you and contact you. And I think it's really important to try to have your socials on your offline banner, even if it's already below. It's just a good practice to just put it everywhere. People will miss things in one place but not the other, so you just kind of want to cover your bases on that. I mean, for me personally.
Yeah, I mean, your offline screen is something that's above the fold, basically meaning before you have to scroll down at all, like that's what people see. So this screen space right here is actually the most important screen space that you have. So your offline screen is a giant box of whatever you want it to be, whatever information you think is important for people to know. So Lila, you make a great point. Like this area, definitely vital for any call to action, social media links, a schedule. So definitely, try to utilize the space. You made these in Canva too? That's awesome. Canva users galore here. It's actually my family coat of arms. Really?
That is so cool.
That is awesome. Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool.
That's rad.
Professor Panda, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. All right, we got some panels here. We got an about me. I don't know why the E on about me and donate looks so weird.
I think the way the shadowing is positioning, if you put the shadow not just straight off to the side, but at least angled either up or down slightly, it'll get rid of that weirdness on the E.
Gotcha. It looks fine on the other ones. It's just those two. It's also like kind of off-putting that the me is like in caps, but the about part isn't. And then some, like, you have donate in caps, but then everything else isn't in caps, but then this is in caps. Like, I think I would want some consistency in the way that you capitalize your, like, the format of your panels. Just a small thing, like it's a nitpicky thing, definitely, but also definitely want to stress that the money that you get are not donations, they are tips.
Oh, super important. Yeah.
So, you know, that's something that I think is important to distinguish. So, you know, calling them tips instead of donations.
Oh, for tax purposes as well. I don't know if you live in the US or not, but yeah, it's one of those things to, like, you still have to claim your tips on taxes, and saying that you're a donation falsely says that you're a nonprofit when you're not, unless you do have a 501c or whatever it's called. I mean, if you do, go, you know, heck yeah, get out there.
I don't know if any Twitch streamer has that for their own personal stream.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
I'm not a nonprofit. Yeah.
Okay, so you got about me. So it says for stream schedule, check out the widget below, but there is no widget below with your stream schedule.
Oh, that's true. I don't see a widget for the schedule, actually.
It does say it in your about me, but this is so subtle that I always recommend people have their schedule like down here too, because like between this giant thing and then your panels, the about section is very like not noticeable. Like it's very easy for people to just kind of gloss over that and not read the text. So I would definitely have a schedule down here if you do have a schedule right now.
It does say that it's Mondays and Tuesdays at 1, but I don't, you know, personally for me, I would love to see it on the offline page. If it's only as simple as Monday and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, then you can totally put that in there instead of check out the widget below. You know what I mean? Like, stream these times, hit follow to get notifications, and then you're good from there.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because like a lot of the scheduling widgets will actually convert their like whatever your schedule is into the local user's time zone. So like for me, it would convert it into Central Time. And then, you know, that's obviously really valuable for people outside the US as well, because the conversion is a lot different. You know, it's like 5 or 6 hours, and you know, not everyone knows time zone conversion. So that will do that automatically and make it even easier for people to know when you're streaming.
I always kind of go with the philosophy if a lot of people who do take steps to do things to double ensure that something gets done, and they're like, but it's already done this way, we don't have to do it like again, like redundancy. Like I'm one of those people who truly absolutely believes in redundancies, because it's just to make like it's to ensure the success of what you want to actually happen. You want people to know that, for example, that you're gonna stream at this time, and having those redundancies in place is just going to double make sure, while other people think it's stupid. Oh, I just saw that update.
Yeah, I know.
And so for a lot of people who like to double make sure that our things are good to go, while other people think it's stupid, that's fine. You can do whatever you want, but I'm one of those people who believes to make sure to the important information is going to be put in there more than once.
Yeah, I mean, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to learn about who you are, what you do, and when you do it. So make that as easy as possible for people to figure out. The least amount of clicks, scrolling, searching, reading, converting. Try to reduce all that as much as possible. Other than that, I think you have like the basics covered here.
There are some people who don't even have these panels or don't even have any writing here at all. So like you are still the fact that you even did anything here is amazing.
I think like for maybe you're about me, maybe a little bit more information about like what games you're currently playing or you're going to play. Because like the only thing I know is like you stream a variety of games and you like medieval games, but maybe a little bit more about like with your about me. Like also, you know, do you have any cool like hobbies or things you collect, or You know, maybe the history of your branding, like you just told us that that's actually your family sigil. Like that would be really cool lore for your stream about who you are.
Oh, on a channel trailer too, if you want to be like, this symbol represents, just whatever.
Yeah.
I'm lame and I like to be all jokey and campy for stuff, so I would totally just kind of do a whole origin story with the sigil and stuff.
Yeah, and
superhero style.
you can also use that as like a way to make people feel included as part of, like joining your family, right? Like your community name, whatever it's called. Like, I don't know if it's like the Knights or something. Be like, yeah, you can join the Knights and you have like the sigil and you've got like a whole medieval theme that you could go with if you wanted to.
Obviously, in the end, it's up to you. But yeah, after a while, you kind of figure out the people that that are around you, are, and if they're regulars, they're gonna, be around more often, and you'll figure it out. You'll figure out what is it? Not donate. Community identity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got mother truckers, so Lowco's got loonies. It's a thing. Eventually, it'll come to you.
Yeah, we have knights, lords, and nobles.
Ooh.
I like that. So you could be like, join the round table, join the Night's Watch or something, and then you have a sigil. That'd be cool.
So I'm guessing there's like an upward mobility system, and you gotta and there's a way to climb that ladder tonight. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I would like to know more about this. You should totally put this here somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, like what is your community name? Like that should be information that I think is visible at the surface too, like what your community is, what it's all about, and if you have different roles, like talk a little bit about that, because I think with Twitch, a lot of people want to feel like they're part of a community. They want to feel like they're a part of something bigger than just like a one-way interaction with the streamer. They want to make friends with the chat too. So any way that you can facilitate that, and that is basically showing what your community is all about, like who you are, and make it easy for people to feel like they can get involved, instead of having to learn everything over time, starting from nothing. So you have that opportunity to kind of show that. Loonybit is both a community name and a warning.
I saw that. That was funny.
Amazing. Okay, so let's take a look at your VODs. So one thing I want to look at before we get into like the actual VODs is I like looking at the recent broadcasts and then looking at game selection to kind of see what they're playing, how often, and for how long. I think the VODs page has a really good kind of overview of what that is. So in the last, let's see, your oldest VOD is 2 months old. They stream twice a week. And you've been playing some Evil Genius. You've been playing a lot of Valheim, which makes sense. It really plays into that medieval theme with a little bit of Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh yeah, I see the FPS in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think Valheim is a great choice, obviously. Like it collides with your, your branding, your theme. We don't have, like, I feel like there's not enough here to, like, really comment about your game selection. All I can say is, like, the Warzone thing, obviously, if you're looking just at a growth perspective, is probably going to be, not the best for growth. But Valheim probably still has, like, a decent-sized community, and if you play that consistently, like, that might do really well for you, actually. Let me see how that's looking.
It's one of those things where you have to cross a lot of check marks where, like, not only are you having fun with the game, but it's a game that maybe is still somewhat, having that audience in there and available, and your chat enjoys watching you play it. Sometimes you got to find that right game that kind of, fills a Venn diagram, and you got to hit that center. You're not always going to hit that center, and sometimes you'll hit side stuff, but it's always good to check it out. I love that you're doing different games like Evil Geniuses and Valheim and Call of Duty.
Just a random stream for fun, yeah. I don't look at COD as a way to grow. Yeah, I mean, that's totally fair. Like, and, at the end of the day, like, you should do things that you want to do and what you have fun with.
Yeah.
But yeah, like from a growth perspective, you know, streaming only twice a week is definitely going to be rough. Like that's like if you're going to be doing gaming and stuff, it's hard for people to want to come back or remember to come back or, you know, build loyalty to your channel.
Yes.
But like Valheim, like the category itself seems like super viable right now for smaller streamers. Like, you know, in 3 rows, you're looking at people that have under 10 viewers. Like that's a good spot to be if this is like kind of your range of viewership. And there's room to go up too. So I'm addicted to Valheim. Well,
good.
Yeah.
Showing that enthusiasm and that, you know, just enjoyment of a game is really infectious, and I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah.
I once tried to play Guild Wars 2, and my chat told me to stop.
Oh no!
They could tell I was not having fun. And before that point happened, there was a lot of people coming into my channel. Oh, Guild Wars 2! Oh, watch out! You're gonna get addicted. And I just kept getting anti-hype. And I just wasn't having a lot of fun. But I told I will level to 20. I will level to 20, and then I'll, you know, put my my final opinion on there. But I didn't even hit level 20, and my chat was just, please stop playing this game. You're not having fun. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
That can be tough because, you know, especially like you play a lot of WoW, so people kind of know you for doing MMOs, and you know, when you try to do something else, like they're like, okay, you're playing another MMO, I want to watch. But you know, if you're not having fun at the end of the day, like, you know, you're gonna have to stop. Like, you know, people can tell even if you are faking it, you're like smiling and you're like, but you know, people can always see through that.
Yeah. Being genuine as a streamer, super important, because there are, you know, communities and chats out there just don't want to be, you know, they don't want to get their chains pulled, I guess you could say. Being out there and showing that you are a person, flesh, blood, who is a genuine, you know, human doing things they genuinely enjoy or they think is genuinely funny it goes a long way.
Yeah.
I think when we talk about chat connections and community connections and stuff like that. But I did not even have a really good, you know, like solid community up until 2020. And so before that, I just had a lot of people kind of in and out, and I had regulars, but they wouldn't stay very long. And now I'm just, it's weird because now I'm getting, you know, I got to the point where I'm like, I really want to be able to connect with my chat more. And that's when I had a lot more people come in and stay, because we were, you know, there was just a lot more happening between me and stuff. So
what do you think changed? Like, did you change anything to make that happen?
I started looking at chat more. It's hard to explain, but like, because I was always good at like replying to chat and stuff like that. I had put up finally a Discord where people can talk to me offline and talk about food things if they wanted to. And before I was super not into going into Discord in the off hours, and after I started putting in the work for Discord as well, other people did too.
Yeah.
And it had just people kind of stay, which, you know, really made a difference. Where before I was very adverse to, I love you guys as a chat, but as soon as the stream shuts off, we're done. I can't do that. You know, like I don't want to interact with you guys anymore, because basically that happened in 2019 and before. And then when, I don't know, and I guess, you know, the pandemic happened, and here I am like, all right, guys, you know, I'll be in Discord if you want me to talk, or if you guys want to do anything and talk. And so now it's just craziness. Just group activities really help with that too. Jackbox party pack games are hilarious. My chat are, you know, stupid trolls with those, and they're great.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because I feel like, you know, I see streamers, and I've had streamers come to me and be like, how do I grow my Discord? Like, you know, no one wants to talk. And really, it does come down to you yourself putting in the work, like engaging, starting conversations, you know, being there in voice chat, like having community events or something. You know, community
events are important.
Yeah. And it just depends on what you want. Like, not every streamer wants to engage that closely with their community, but you know, I think most people do want that kind of feeling. I think that's why people start streaming, is like they want that sense of community. So,
and sometimes you got to make your own fun too. So I can see you're in Valheim. I think if you can host your own 10-person server and do like a, you know, Viking building contest and have people come in from your community to like who builds the best buildings in Valheim. You know what I mean? Like just random things. Sometimes you just gotta make your own fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at your most recent VOD from 18 hours ago. I need to shut my door, so give me 1 second.
I just had to do that. I wanted to ask JD if but I'll wait till Lowco gets back. There it is.
Booker has broken into my office, so he says hi.
Oh no. Hi.
Yeah,
Hello.
he's a little ball under my desk right now.
Aww.
Starting
Yeah,
soon
it's not
screen.
looping very well, huh?
Yeah, he says the starting soon screen is acting weird in his last VOD.
I guess we're all having those kind of problems right now, huh?
We do. Like, I mean, you know, no stream is perfect. Like, there's always tech issues. Like, today I'm on a weird resolution, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It happens to all of us.
Just how you know, work with it is the big difference maker, I guess you could say. Yeah, that VOD screen is a little weird, isn't it?
I like the screen, though. It's like, it's pretty cool looking, like, outside of the weird flickering and stuff.
It borked a little bit.
Is
On
it
my
working?
end, at least.
Let me zoom ahead here. Okay, you actually start streaming pretty quickly. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. It did totally break. Something
Oh
broke.
no. I see. I like castles too, Indy. Yeah. Oh, I saw that transition. That was quick.
Oh,
You could let that hang for just a tiny bit. Like, give us a chance to see that logo, man.
yeah.
That was like, just super quick. You could give it a time, just maybe 1 second to just, you know, let it show off in there.
Your brother made this music? What?
Oh, that's nice.
That is awesome. I like it.
It's good. Very chill. Sets a vibe.
Yeah, I do like that singer. I caught it at the same time that you did. But yeah, I do agree. Like, just I do want to see that a little bit more.
Let's get a chance, like a little longer, to see it because it's pretty cool. And you know, stingers are stingers, but you also want to give them a chance to just kind of like for people to recognize what you actually saw.
All right, so we are on when you start chatting, except you are muted.
Yeah, I got to the point where he starts talking.
Oh, is your former logo? Oh, really? All right, let me bounce a little bit further to when you fix your audio. Audio issues are always fun.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, right. Not my favorite thing in the world.
Look at it. Look, watch.
Okay, I'm bouncing a little bit further ahead.
Yeah, same. I just got into his Valheim room. He just got in.
Okay.
Which, by the way, that looks like a very nice building.
Yes, that's sick.
Oh my god, I can't do that yet. Like, I love Valheim. I even have a server I pay for that I don't even use anymore.
Well.
Yeah, I played it quite a bit. It's a really good
It's super
early
fun.
access
I'm
game,
waiting for-
honestly.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the next iteration of updates and to get back to it.
Screwed up.
Yeah, we all have to do our adjusting. It sucks.
Audio adjusting, yeah. One thing that I'm noticing is your camera has a
How's the
lot
game audio?
of
Does it
like
sound fine?
fuzziness and pixelation. Like, I think so. I do see that you have like a green screen. I feel like the chroma key might be a little too, like, you know, there's different chroma key settings.
the
I feel like it
game
might be a
audio?
little too sensitive where it's picking up
Golden?
non-green, like it's
not too
picking up
quiet, then.
black and, you know, grays right now.
Jeez, I'm telling you.
It's making your camera look like your hat and your mic and your
I've had a heck of a time.
looking a
trying to- that's why I
little-
haven't streamed for a while.
little
is 'cause
grainy.
Technical difficulties has been kicking my butt.
I had to adjust the slimmers so much on the fly this stream. Gotcha. Yeah, I think like it's really noticeable when you are fuller screen. Like here, it's actually not so bad when you're in the game. You can't really tell, but I think because I already know it's there, it's like just something that I figured I would point out. But the green screen looks pretty good outside of that actually.
Yes.
So I feel like you might be able to fine tune it just a little bit more, just to get rid of that on the hat and the headphones.
Anyway, so we're gonna continue on. I know.
Good
Death-wise
job on
isn't gonna work
talking,
I died in this
because we'll have to see some
but we're
more.
gonna continue
So I
this
noticed that you finally started talking and started kind of going
I made some
into details about the
modifications.
game.
to camp.
That's always good. I'm always one of those people who doesn't like to have empty air when I'm playing video games. I
Slight
know a lot of people
modifications.
will. I
We
know
also
other
have pet
streamers will
wolves now.
be super into, you know, they're super into the game, and so they don't talk until something finishes, and then they start, you know, going off into one of those things.
are pets.
Personally, me, I'm not like that. I like to say what I just did, what I'm doing, what I'm gonna do, and kind of keep that updated.
That's a nice little wolf pit.
And if I started the stream, like, I love this. This is a nice tour of what you've got going on. In case no one's been to your channel before, you can be like, here's what I've done. This is my castle. Here's what I have made.
Permanent modified, right?
Yeah, and I love that tour. Love it. Holy crap, that
But yeah,
you
guys
are
can't
literally
now.
making a castle.
Yeah, that is pretty sick. I want
Like,
to
it
look
looks-
at. Let's see. Go ahead.
It looks super good. Like, I like it. I want you to realize that there are maybe numerous people
Looks
that are
great,
going to be
thanks.
going in and out of your
Thanks.
channel at one time. And so, you know, you kind of
Yeah,
always kind of want to
farmhouses.
be talking like, this is
We also
somebody's first time in the
have
channel.
Yeah.
Every once in a
Pig
while.
pit. Ah,
Yeah, it's
Pig got
like
out.
you do like a little recap of what's been happening, especially when you've been
Anyway,
playing the game
got
for a
Piggy
while. Like,
Yeah.
clearly there's a lot going on, so it gets people caught up.
And I have no idea what you're going to do right now. I have no idea what your goal is today. I'm
Yeah.
still just in awe of this castle. Like, oh my god.
this is home base. Home base.
And so
I
what do
got
these
2 of
eggs
the
do then?
eggs, So we need.
Oh, okay. Okay, you are explaining. Okay, so I
takes
just didn't
3.
realize what was happening.
It takes 3. But I did find the location of the 3rd boss,
Dragon eggs.
and it's actually on our
Took
island.
so
right
long
now,
to
right?
build. Oh my god, I bet. Do you play with
Yeah.
your community? Do you play on a solo server? Do you play on a public server?
I also, in venturing out into the Great Plains, I found the location of the last boss.
Man, that Valheim
Which
world
is
is so
where-
big. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
just forget
crazy.
how big this world is. Okay.
That's
No, I like that you still have
Yeah,
people who.
I actually started off.
I mean,
with
you
an
still have your
amazing
mod, but I
army
started out with
in
just
this
one mod in a
playthrough,
dream, so
because,
feel that-
we
I feel
started
this
off
so
down
much.
here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the first boss and second boss.
so
We're
this
down
is the
here.
one-man Wolfpack campaign. I've been there. I love it. I go solo
then
for
the
ARC. I
third
get that.
boss, we actually had
I
to
really appreciate
travel
you explaining what you're
way
doing,
over
what you're
here
gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
to fight.
I like
the
that you're
third
talking with
boss.
everybody. Don't be afraid to show, I don't know,
But
more
then
of
the
your
fourth and fifth
personality.
boss
Not
are
only that you're just,
technically in the
sitting
same
here and
island as our
explaining it, but be
first.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna
Towards
smack
the
the crap
north.
out of that guy or whatever. Here's my plant
I mean,
team.
our
Yeah.
You know,
fourth
like,
boss, and then the fifth boss is like right across the
and you want to show people who you are.
river.
That's
the
the
ocean.
kind of, a lot of people will stay for the gameplay or they'll
So,
stay for the
lucked
personality.
out
It's up
as
to you
far
which
as
one you want to do, or if you can get away with doing
this
both,
kind
that's
of
even
map
amazing.
generation.
Yep.
But don't forget to let yourself kind of shine. If you're a little bit weird, let's get weird.
Heck yeah. I noticed that your past VODs had a little bit more of a descriptive title. This one says continuing to the mountains. Definitely make sure to utilize your title space because, as we talked about how important thumbnails can be for getting people to click, also your title as well. Like, a game like Valheim, when you click on the category, you're going to see, like, the thumbnail is mostly going to be the same for people. So then what stands out? It's your little avatar in the corner and the title of your stream. So you're doing like a solo hardcore,
That's one thing.
dragon boss run or something, whatever this is. Like, I would put that in the title. If you're going after a boss, like, people want to see that type of content. If this is endgame content, you should let that be known because people want to find that type of content.
Correct. And I do believe that there are tags for endgame or casual or hardcore or whatever. So utilize those tags, put them in your title so that everyone knows exactly what's happening. They don't know what it means when you're going in the mountains. They're like castle tour, going for the third boss, whatever. Like, give manage expectations ahead of time so that people know what they're getting into when they get into your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people will read titles. Sometimes they'll just glance at thumbnails. So just get the titles in there.
Yeah, stream titles are basically like,
so how's things been going
you probably have like maybe 5 words to get someone's attention. Like, so whatever you put in the beginning of your title, like those are the most important words. Like, just look at when you're browsing, like, I have 50 Valheim tabs open here. When you're looking at the Valheim category, like, and every streamer, like, if you're looking to grow, like, this is what you should be doing. This is the process you should be having when you're picking a game and you're trying to grow in a game. Like, what are other people doing? Like, scout out what's happening in this directory. Like, who is here? Like, can you, chat and befriend some of these people? Like, what do their titles look like? Like, what type of content are they making? Like, why is everyone watching this person? Like, what's getting them over here? What's getting them to this? Like, why are these top channels the way that they are? Like, you don't have to necessarily copy them exactly, but, take some notes and do some homework.
Figure out what the concepts are, what the core concepts are, and if it's something that you can do yourself. Not necessarily copying, but just getting the gist of what is successful, and can you make that successful thing in a way that you can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So looking at these titles, you have just, like I said, like 5 words here that people can see before it tapers off. So those are the most important words. So, this person's doing a first playthrough. That's interesting. Like, first time in the plains, like, that's a first reaction right there. So, these are things that you should look at, like, type fight to get in the arena. Like, that's interesting. Like, what's happening there, playing with viewers, like, just some ideas of what you can do as well.
They combine your hard drives and still barely have enough space.
Oh, that organization in that castle. Oh my god, stop. I'm so behind on this game.
Yeah, that sounds like
I'm gonna skip through here. I'm gonna skip
same.
halfway into the VOD here.
That'd be nice to get too. I forgot what I needed for it.
So you have built yourself roads. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Let's check it out.
I apologize. I'm like totally into the gameplay more than the like streaming stuff at the moment. I swear I'm gonna. We'll take a look at it here. But yeah, you've gotten like pretty far and pretty heavy into this development, and to not advertise that that's what's in your channel is that you've, dragons and castles and
porcupine is
third boss oh my or something like you. It's something that you should be bragging about. You should be posting those pictures of your castle tour on social media. Everything cool that you make on Valheim should absolutely be utilized in social media.
Mm-hmm.
So that people know that you are a high level player who has spent a lot of time in this game. And if that's an audience that people want to see, then you absolutely should do it and absolutely should tag Valheim.
Yeah.
Because if it's cool enough, they will retweet it or they will comment or do something.
Yeah. I mean, and then you're gonna get people coming into like
terribly.
Then you're at the angle of like being an expert, right? Like a professional, like in that game. So people will come with questions and help, and
how did you build that, or what did you do to do this, or
Yeah. So Lula, great point. Like, you should be flaunting your experience in this game. Like, how many? If you have like 400 hours, like put that out there because people want to see not just potatoes like me playing a game, but also people that are really good at it, you know?
Yeah, you could be falling under that category of when I said personality and gameplay earlier. I think you've got the gameplay down. You can absolutely get an audience for that out there for people who want to see that high level Valheim, because you'll see the bigger streamers get into Valheim and then they're done. They go to the
Yes.
next game. So taking advantage of people who still, if the audience that is still present and available at a current game that still want to watch that game and still do it, then do it. Carnage straight up told me and Towley, like, yeah, I stayed on games that Towley stopped playing when he was variety streaming, and that's how I gained a bigger audience. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like a really smart thing to do. So
Yeah, you can definitely take advantage of being in Valheim and being if that's what you choose to do, being a niche Valheim player that plays in a high level, and you should totally show that off.
yeah, for sure. One thing that I want to add too is like you definitely have like a very quiet presence, which isn't there's nothing wrong with that, but I definitely would want your mic to be a little bit louder, a little bit stronger, just to kind of make up for that, so that because
blood pudding bread. And
I
fish
feel
wraps.
like your mic right now is so even keeled with the game and the sounds and everything that people can just kind of zone out and not really be that engaged. Like, so I would try to make the mic a little bit more powerful than everything else. Make up for that.
Yeah, this is a good way for people to, like, you can probably get people to watch you, but if whether or not they watch you and then they start zoning out and just kind of looking while they're like, I don't know, working in the background or whatever, like that, you know, the difference to have that is to make sure that they can know that you're a presence and not just, you know, background noise.
Yeah.
And cooked meat.
I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with your gameplay. You're doing good. You're doing comments when you can. I would love for you when people come in and hopefully they, you know, start chatting with you. Hopefully you're answering all their questions, kind of maybe even doing tutorials. That would be neat.
Mm-hmm.
Get that cooking.
Okay, so last but not least, let's take a look at JD's Twitter. And yeah, we're gonna look at JD's Twitter and see how he's doing on social media, because
that's important.
It is. It's a very important way to market yourself and get yourself out there. So let me find that on your page here.
Oh, if you're already sweating, then I'll take a look right now. We're about to see JD's underwear.
Oh no. I can't show that on stream, I don't think. Okay, so does someone actually have a JD White Twitter that you had to add the TV to that? Because that's unfortunate. I feel like that's so specific. Like,
yeah,
that sucks. But I mean, close enough at least to your Twitch, you know?
Update that pinned tweet. Do you even still play Far Cry?
Yeah, this tweet is from 2019. Oh my gosh, you gotta get something in this year, like get something new, a new clip. Even do like, you could do a little like about me, right? Like when you make your channel trailer, include that, include some links, a little bio, pin that. I mean, that'll be good for at least a year, you know?
I see a lot of your tweets are a lot of retweets of other people's channel and not native tweets of yourself, of what you're doing and what's going on in your Twitch channel, which is super important. I know, I can see you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan too. Totally fine. You can be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I can see you're a fan of hockey too.
Yeah, but you're right, there's so many retweets here. Like if you're gonna, I mean, at least add some commentary to these tweets, like, because I mean, for most people, like, first of all, you're asking people to cross over between St. Louis sports, Assassin's Creed, my channel, like, okay, this is just a St. Louis feed right now. It's so much.
Yeah.
It's too much, honestly. Like if you're trying to grow.
No, I have something to say.
Yeah.
If you want to make a conscious decision to try and dedicate your Twitter for gaming or for your Twitch channel, you definitely might have to lay back on the sporty stuff. Well, for now, like if it's one of those things to where if you want to make that conscious decision to be like, okay, it's time to like build my Twitter, build my Twitch.
Yeah.
You get your name out there through social media, period. Because Twitch discoverability is not as good as it can be. And so you're really going to have to rely on Twitter, putting your best foot forward, getting those highlights in there, get your mods to help you to get those highlight clips, download them, then re-upload them on Twitter, because they do well when it's native to Twitter and not when it's linked to Twitch. So is all I guess to say about that. Make that decision to start putting out your channel, not just retweeting other streamers' stuff, but to reply to their stuff.
Yeah.
Is also super important.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something that you have a genuine need to say to something about somebody's, Twitter feed, then absolutely say it. Don't just say it to be like, okay, I interacted for the day. I guess is the thing I could say.
Thoughtful commentary, thoughtful
commentary,
conversation.
Wait, I am guilty of just putting like, oh my God, that's awesome. But I want to celebrate my friends and everyone I follow on Twitter on their successes. So I always try to, celebrate other people's, growing progression and stuff. But when it comes to you personally and you have something to say about a topic, maybe Twitch related, maybe, content related, or, something happening in the verse, those thoughtful comments, you can totally, absolutely just put out there.
Yeah. And also there's a difference between, relationship maintenance and relationship establishments. Like, like where if you're just maintaining a relationship with someone, you're just, oh my God, that's awesome. Like you're probably already friends with that person and you're just checking in, versus you're trying to establish a relationship, a connection for the first time. Like you're going to have to do a lot more to, have that person engaged because they don't know you. So you could write, oh my God, that's awesome to someone who did something cool. And, you might get a like, but that person's not going to be like, oh yes, thank you. How are you today? Like, I mean, unless it's like someone like about your size that, it might be easier to make that connection with.
That's the important thing right now is kind of figuring out what your social media's identity is and kind of taking it from there.
Yeah.
I love that you're supportive of, Streamer Square, Lowco, and Hunter though. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I love that you're like consistent on like that support, and I'm like that is pretty rad.
Yeah, he's done some modding for us, and it's always appreciative. But yeah, I think like this kind of stuff, like I and also it's like retweeting this doesn't do anything for you at all. Like, I mean, we see that you're very into sports and gaming stuff, but this doesn't make me want to follow you. It makes me want to follow that whoever you retweeted with the clips, but we also want to see like clips of your stream.
Or pictures.
Yeah.
Screenshots, yeah.
I want to see clips, pictures. I want to see like tweets with your thoughts. Let's see your going live tweets.
Yeah, I had to go down pretty far to find one. That was actually his going live.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
We're not trying to dogpile you on anything. I just want to emphasize how important it is to have, important it is for social media. As much as some people may dislike social media, it's a good way to grow on Twitch.
It's very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully that helps, JD. I know we gave you a lot there, very quickly of social media shy, yeah. But I mean, it's something that you get used to.
Yeah, you have a good solid foundation on the Twitch side. It's marrying that with having a good solid foundation on social media. That's going to really help you out.
That's going to be a way to get growth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point, Professor. You can actually schedule out tweets and stuff as well. Like, so you've just dedicated a little bit of time. But I mean, the more you do it, you will get used to it. It's the same thing with streaming. Like, you start streaming, you're like super quiet and like you don't really talk that much, but it just takes practice. That's all. But yeah, so JD, thank you so much for submitting your stream onto the Stream Doctor. We hope that this was helpful. And, you know, best of luck. Thank you so much for being a patient today. All right, next up. Next up, we got Heatherly here. Heatherly, I saw you hanging out here. Are you still here, Heatherly7? I'm gonna paste this link for you, Lula.
Oh yeah, let me know.
Oh, no, I'm scared. Don't be scared.
Am I doing okay?
You're doing great. Come on.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, no, I'm good.
We're not being mean.
No, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I wanted to give everyone feedback without being mean. So as long as I'm doing that, I'm doing good. So I am ready. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Just take our hands.
Good. This is a good thing.
And we shall just gently hold your baby, your stream baby. And then we'll just gently give it back to you.
Don't not be afraid. Exactly. Okay, let me close out these windows.
All right, so I can just click on Heatherly then and just go to their channel.
Yes, I also linked it to you in your Discord.
Oh, thank you. Neat.
I mean, hey, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't have realized I had the wrong Twitter. Yeah, I mean, that's why there's like a lot of value in just watching too, because you will see things, you'll be like, oh crap, I didn't even think about that. Let me go check my own channel. Like,
Yeah.
you think of things that you know, you might not have thought of on your own. All right.
Oh,
you have a channel trailer. Yay! All right, let me get my sound on and we can watch this. Oops.
Okay, this is gonna sound really stupid, but eye contact with the camera I think would be super cool and important, especially for a channel trailer. Because I think, I don't know if you are making eye, maybe I'm a little weird, but the first chance you can get to get a connection with somebody on your channel is on this channel trailer. So if you can try to talk to the camera and look at them, like I'm trying to look right now. I'm looking at this camera, so I can try and bring this point home right now. It's that it's really important to try and make someone feel like they're connected to you somehow by making sure that you go and make them feel like you're speaking to them directly. It is super powerful, super important. It's the first thing I'm gonna say.
I'm looking at the start recording button. Nice. Okay. All right. I'm gonna watch this, and I will be back with you after we're done watching this.
Hi, my name is Heatherly7. Welcome to my channel. I'm currently taking a 2-week hiatus because mental health is super important to me, but I will be back on June 7th on my birthday. Woot woot. Don't forget, you can go check out my VODs, my hilarious clips, and I also post a whole bunch of awesome videos on YouTube, so I hope you enjoyed that. And don't forget, you can also join the Discord where I can help people with mental health if you ever have any problems, because basically it's a big haven of awesome people. And yeah, and always don't forget, you can always
let me know when you're done.
Let me know in the Discord if
Ooh, Final Fantasy, huh?
Awesome ideas or ways to improve the stream.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Lula. Like, I think having you like face the camera head on would be great, because it would feel like you're kind of engaging the viewer directly. But yeah, I like that it was. I'm assuming this is a recent video, right? Because you talk about you're taking a hiatus right now and you're taking a little break. But if you are back, then it's really important that you update this video, because
yes,
otherwise anyone that's watching this is like, oh, well, she's on a break. Like, okay, so
yeah, agreed. Always practice trying to do any kind of opening stuff like that, because you're gonna make it more in the future. Then get yourself nice and ready to be like, hey, what's going on? This is my name, this is what I do, all that good jazz. I would love to, in the future, I would love to see some gameplay in there while you're talking. If you don't feel comfortable putting your face in there all the time, but just put your voice over some video games that you play. So I can see that you play Final Fantasy 14. I can see that you are playing Legend of Zelda 6 days ago. So I would love to see maybe have that gameplay while you're sitting there talking, so that people have an idea of what not only that if you are on break, sure, but this is what I do when I'm on live.
Yeah, like some games you're playing, and even just some clips. Like find like just a couple of clips that really capture the vibe, and just kind of shove them in there as well to give people a little flavor.
Because I know it is there is more to you than what you're telling me. I know it. I see it behind those eyes.
Yeah, it's tough when you only have a minute to kind of pitch yourself.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but it's a really valuable skill, honestly, to develop an elevator pitch, because when you're at conventions or you're writing an email or a tweet, like these are all ways that you need to be able to get your channel across in a very short amount of time whenever you're introducing yourself. So although the channel trailer seems very short, it's only a minute to pitch yourself, it's actually like a really good practice for something that you'll need to have to intro you in other scenarios too.
I totally agree with Lowco. It is the best foot forward if a sponsor someone who wanted to have you sponsor their work, wanted to come in and see this, you want to give your best foot forward to be like, yeah, this is me, this is what I do, here's my gameplay and stuff like that, so that, because I have relationships with those sponsor people who used to be streamers, and a lot of them like to really talk about how there's your contact information isn't there, or they just can't see what your channel is really about at the forefront, and they have so many streamers they have to sort through. You are like the one of the sea of many, so it's always important to try and stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I'm looking at your page here, your landing page for your stream. You've got it offline, so very clearly you play Final Fantasy. I like that that's very apparent, because it's clearly something you're passionate about. It's something that you stream. So it's very easy for me to be like, oh, okay, like, they like to play Final Fantasy. They like Final Fantasy things.
I like that you have nice and consistent panels, which is always good. I love that you have rules. Thank you for putting that out there in the front.
Yeah, having some rules. Actually, I don't think we've talked about this yet. Having rules.
I didn't even have any.
Yeah. I mean, some people, their rules are very just like, whatever the TOS is, just don't break the TOS, right? But some communities have more refined rules, or just rules that they really want to reiterate. Your stream is your space to do with what you want. So whatever your expectations are, make that known, so that when viewers come in, they know how to behave accordingly.
And managing those expectations right at the forefront is always super important. I say that all the time, but it's truly important. Managing expectations in all things, just hella important.
Nice. I like your about me. You got your name. You've got what you're playing, what your community vibe is like, what your goal is here, like how long you've been streaming. Like, this is a very good, succinct, informative about me.
I like this. It's short. I'm not gonna say short, but it's sweet and to the point. It's like crisp, clean. It's nice. It's nice to look at. Where other people might just have like this cacophony of just like craziness. This is nice and streamlined, and I like it.
Yeah. So you got about me, you got your schedule, rules, Discord, donation, which, tip, really, cough. They should be tips.
I'm the same way. I'm like, it's tips. It's weird, but I understand. You live your life, out there.
I feel like I just have to say it though, because if I don't, then if I miss one time,
it's gonna be that one time that gets you. Yeah, no, I get it.
And then you got your schedule here. So your Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 4 or 5 p.m. Pacific to 11 p.m. Pacific. Some days will be canceled because of work. And then you have your, just in case we talked about redundancy, you got your schedule here with stream elements that has a little countdown.
Oh, I don't see that one.
Oh yeah, you see the.
Oh no, I figured it out. I got it.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so you got Twitter here. You got your Instagram. Dude, nice. You got your socials.
Yeah, the socials are in there. Nice to see. I would love to, once again with the redundancies, I would just love to have you put something in your offline banner, like a link to your socials or your, the logo of a social media, and then your handle up there too, just in case. Because like I said, I love redundancies, and I will put anything I can anywhere.
Yeah, use this real estate right here that you got.
It is that you have just so it's open, crisp, and clean here, but you can just advertise yourself in those white spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's take a look at the VOD page. Let's tab over there.
Yeah,
Hi,
coming.
A couple clicks.
All right, I'm here.
2,000 hours celebration. 2,000 hours of
What?
what?
Looks like Final
Of
Fantasy.
Final Fantasy of streaming. I swear like a sailor, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that is totally okay. Yeah, I can definitely see you got the Final Fantasy in there. That is great. Don't hang on. What I like to see in the videos tab as well, I love seeing a nice, healthy, robust kind of like either clips or highlights. If you have those, love looking at those, making sure that they're nice and robust. Sometimes you have to go in there and clip your own stuff. That's what I have to do. Not a lot of clips happen in my channel, and so the ones that I do, I cherish greatly, that come from like mods or chat. And most of the time I have to do my own if I want to like make my own compilations. I have to go back and highlight my own stream stuff, because you do have a limit on how much you can save for your VODs. So if you highlight good streams, you can keep them a lot longer. So make sure you keep that in mind, so that people who come into your channel, at least if you're not online, have a nice robust kind of library to kind of look through.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for making clips yourself on your stream?
The highlight, so on the stream deck you can put highlight markers, so that if you do want to clip something, you can go back to the VOD and you have a marker that you place there yourself on a current timestamp. That is something that if you thought was funny, or otherwise you're just gonna have to watch the whole thing yourself again, maybe at a 1.5 times speed, so you can get through it a little bit faster.
Yeah.
But stream markers are super helpful, even if your mods or anybody else can't clip, but they can at least put a stream marker down. That would be great.
Yeah, markers are really handy. It's something that I talk about a lot, because when you're a small streamer, like you don't have a ton of viewers and mods that are clipping everything, and even I still have trouble with like getting good clips made when it happens. So the marker system, like Lula said, if you have a stream deck, it's just a button. But even if you don't, you can always type /marker in your chat when you're streaming, and that will create a marker on your VOD. So basically you go back to your VOD and there will be little lines on where you left markers, so you can go back and see exactly where you left notes about things. It's really, really handy.
So you can rewatch it and see if it still makes sense. Because sometimes I'll rewatch things, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Why did I mark that?
Yeah, I struggle with that too, because it's like I always mark things like after it's happened. So I'm like, I go back a little bit and I'm like, okay, I feel like there was an idea here, but
yeah, same.
Yes, channel editors can create markers. Yes, and they can actually, I believe they can see markers as well. So you as the streamer and the editors, they can see you can see who's marked what on your VOD. So super handy. Twitch has really done a lot to make the producer system a lot better. It still has a lot of work to be done, but it's come a long way.
Yeah, but before, where it was super rudimentary, it's made a huge difference, the changes they've made.
Yeah.
So take advantage. There's a lot of tools at your disposal that are free from Twitch that you can use to just keep yourself out there and make yourself a library of your work.
Absolutely. I mean, clips are so good for so many different reasons. We talk about ways to reuse your content. You create one stream and then you take those clips and you repurpose them for Twitter, YouTube, even TikTok. And these are all different channels that you can get discovered with the same content that you've already made. Like, yeah, it takes a little bit of work to edit it and add captions, but you could have clips go viral, you just never know. It's a way to get yourself out there for sure.
Absolutely.
So looking at your VODs, you're playing Final Fantasy 14 online, which I also got really addicted to back in September. It's phenomenal. I love it. I like that you're saying that you're doing it for the first time. Like, I think people like to watch people's first experiences in things.
Yeah.
So
No, you haven't. Your titles put all the expectations in the front, which I always love. So they know what's going on and what to expect when they get into your channel. There are a lot of people who enjoy watching somebody play something they love for the first time. There is an audience for that. I watched a friend of mine get into WoW for the first time. Oh my god, I couldn't stop watching him because it was just because I know he's a buddy of mine. It was funny to watch him stumble and fumble through the game, which was freaking hilarious. But he got it eventually. But it was just it's kind of exciting to kind of see stuff like that. So always kind of marker off what you're doing or what's going on, because it's super helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so since you're playing a lot of Final Fantasy, let's actually watch the VOD from maybe like 11 days ago, just so we can see what your usual streams kind of like.
Thank you for taking the time to get a really good starting soon screen.
Ooh, yeah.
They are now so much more available than they used to be, so getting something this clean and nice is really nice, and is no longer costing an arm and a leg. So that's really nice that you took the time and effort to get something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the colors, they're great.
So I do think so. This middle thing I think is supposed to be a timer, so you have some empty space here. If you want to do like a countdown timer for when you're starting, you can do that. Otherwise use the space maybe for like a social media plug, like do a Twitter, do your Twitter ad or something. Don't just let the space be wasted.
Or what you're gonna do today. So this would be like Shadowbringer's first time. Yeah, so you can put that right there. You like it is wasted space to have something highlighted there and nothing to highlight. So absolutely try and put something there, whether it's like the title or your socials or whatever it is. Absolutely, I agree with Lowco.
Yeah. You could also you have like a little bit at the bar at the bottom as well. You could let me put this in theater mode. You could use that little gray space too that you got if you want. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's really nice overlay. I like the consistent purple. Like, you don't really have unique branding right now. It's just like you're going with purple, but that's a start. Like, that's a good place to start, is like you just have some color scheme, you have some consistency with that. I'm not sure if this purple is the exact purple of your panels. I would need to double check, but it's a good principle to have, because
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like people really struggle with their branding. They're like, what should I do for a logo? What should my branding be? And it's such like a vague question. Like, sometimes that your brand takes shape over time. I mean, mine certainly has, and it's changed over time as well.
I have to agree. It's the same thing. Especially if you're just starting out, your stream is not going to look the same as it did a year ago to now or a year from now. So it's one of those things it's that journey to discovery of what your channel is going to be. That's always nice to see. You see those evolutions of those streams that change over time. And so I love this. This is still, I know this is just Stream Elements generic, but it's still better than having nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'm gonna bounce forward here. See when you get on the screen. The reveal.
Pretty lights.
Back
There we
a
go.
little bit.
There you are.
I'm here with Neil.
I'm trying. I think
as
there's a
always.
little transition. So
Dusty.
Yeah, there's a little
I did
one.
a thing. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready to see the
I
thing?
love it.
So, I kind of ran out of money and didn't dye my hair, so I'm sorry about that. I promise I dyed
There is
my
like a
hair,
little
but we're gonna do that
transition,
for
and
my
I
birthday,
love it a lot.
which is
I'm
on
waiting.
June 7th.
I'm ready.
Oops, I forgot to hit the one button.
There we go. Nice.
Oh, and my camera's all wonky today. There we go. I did another thing. I got lights. What do you think?
Nice.
It's so pretty.
I like it. Yeah, that's
I love
that's
it.
good.
Pretty lights.
And I love
Yeah.
that you take the time
I
to
put
talk to
them on
everybody
the
on a full
soft
screen before you
glow
start. I think that's
one.
super important.
Yeah.
There are various, what do
You're
you call
talking in
it?
the chat. That's always good.
Settings.
I love that. I love that you
We're
have this kind of
gonna keep it on the
like
soft
intro
glow one
before
and not
everything
let
starts.
People, like redeem
Mhm.
it for the other settings because
I'm not gonna lie, I
some
wanted
of the
those sparkly
settings
lights
can,
too.
flash like
Yeah, those are really cool.
fast, and I don't want to cause anybody with like epilepsy or whatever or that type of thing.
I feel that shirt.
Photosensitivity
I feel that shirt a
problems.
lot.
I don't want to be, yelled at on Twitch. Hey, Silverhawk, I'm good. I'm super excited and nervous for today.
I don't like to
cough
talk about ratios for
and
cameras
ID.
because I don't
I also
know
have a
what the
bag of
situation
chips
is,
in case I get hungry.
which I
it's been a good day.
realize that it's different for a lot of people, so I don't like to
wearing a
comment
shirt
on
that
whether or
says
not
I'm
their
emotionally attached to fictional characters
resolution
because
is
I feel
correct or
like
not.
That is something that we should wear today.
It looks like it's
How has
720p
everyone been?
60
Hopefully everybody's had a good week.
frames.
Had a
3000
good day.
playback rate.
Super
Which
excited for today and
is
nervous.
fine.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna repeat
yeah,
myself.
I figured
a
it's fine
whole
too.
bunch.
Keep going.
you could bump it up a little
Non-stop
bit
for the
more.
next, like, 20 minutes.
To
I'm
like
nervous.
3500
Excited.
if you have the
Just so
internet to
much.
do so.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, with Final Fantasy and games like MMOs too, where
Very
a lot of
long week. You just
spell effects go off.
Final Fantasy
You do get a
14.
lot of,
Yes. Another person
what
just
is it
Final
called?
Fantasy 14. Very awesome. Yes.
You can see that if you have a low bit rate, you're not gonna get
If
so much
anybody
detail on your
did
channel when
come
you
in,
like,
who's
or
a
detail on your
regular
game when you like pivot, or
or
there's a lot
who
of
is
spell
new,
effects going on. I can't
who's
remember what it
playing,
is, but it
who's
has to do with bit
about
rate.
let me know.
Yeah, just like a lot of things.
Pixelation. There we go. Pixelation happens when you have a
Yes.
lower bit rate on high spellcasting games like Final Fantasy. But I haven't seen gameplay there, so I have no idea what's up.
I gotta say, I love that we've gotten submissions from people that are playing MMOs, and then we have, an MMO queen giving advice here. Like, it's perfect.
That's awesome. Have you
Good
ever-
matchup.
I'm definitely not the top MMO, but I do my very best, and that's what matters.
You've got your
Because what I
experience.
might be playing is
Oh yeah,
very
I've done a lot of MMO gaming, and it's certainly helped me.
Although
Wait, I want to see gameplay, especially with
Yes.
Final Fantasy. Oh my gosh, that looks great.
Hopefully
I'm gonna bounce forward too. I will say, like, just a comment on your energy. It's great. Like, I like that you seem very good on camera with, like, talking. Like, you started talking even before you remembered to turn your camera on.
can't
So,
wait.
like,
Yeah.
you definitely have
to go talk
that
to
good
somebody.
flow
Who are
going.
we talking
It definitely
to?
helps to have, some people in chat, but, it's still, like, a very difficult thing to do with a slow chat. So, you've got the energy down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We of course can talk to a wandering minstrel.
I love that you're talking to chat. I love that you're interacting and doing the
Do some
thing
other
while you're going
stuff
through the Final
that's
Fantasy story, which is immense.
Super
There
awesome.
is
I don't think
lots of story to
Yes.
slog through, and that's kind of the reason why I couldn't keep playing, because it was just too much for me. I just did not feel emotionally
Factory.
invested in this game, and you
we
are
get to talk to
helping
chat.
people out to get this game more emotionally invested for people who are
Ooh,
watching it with you,
good
which is
news.
great.
This is giving me the itch again. I got very addicted to this game late last year. Like,
Oh no.
I was like,
What are you doing?
oh god, I got it. The
You know what I
fishing is
should
what started
probably
it for
do,
me.
'cause I
Was
should
like getting hooked
probably
on the
close the
fishing,
window,
and
'cause a
every
loud
like 2 hours, like,
Oh no.
yeah. So I know the feel of going through this. The story is so long. It is very long.
It's a lot to go through.
You can buy skips if you have money. You can skip through it if you want to.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel like yet.
I feel better.
I want to see gameplay. Hang on a second. I want to see
Sorry.
what you're doing in battle.
Apparently our colleagues
Mhm.
have stumbled across a hidden path leading Damn.
Oh, so you
This
actually
place
made
is
your camera
goofy.
disappear for a second and then popped it back in. That was. Oh, so you put your camera away for cutscenes?
That's neat. That's nice.
That's interesting. Lula, how do you feel about that?
Well, for it really depends. When it comes to cutscenes, if you really want people to feel more invested into, more immersed into the game, then you absolutely take the camera off. But at the same time, for a lot of people who maybe have already done Shadowbringers, there are sometimes that chat wants to see reactions of what's happening at the story at the same time, because I know there are things in World of Warcraft that happen, real tearjerker things, and I think in Shadowbringers it has it as well. A lot of the times chat just wants to see your reaction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things, you want to pick what you want to do, and Heather just decided to pick to just let the game play, and kind of get the reaction later. I always like to see live reactions, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, I've seen both as well. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen streamers of all sizes. They'll just put everything away for the cutscenes. But I feel like I'm the same way, Lula. Like I'm there to watch the streamer react to the cutscene. Like, yes, I like the immersion. Like I definitely don't want alerts popping up and like extra things on the screen and like,
Correct.
but I do want your face. I do want to see your face. There are live reactions. I usually hide it during narration purposes. Okay. So when you're actually doing like, when there's, okay. So it seems like it pops on and on very quickly for you, which is nice.
Hang on, let me see if I can find a boss fight or something.
Okay. So maybe Heather's a little
Not that I'm going to
slow.
criticize
Shut
your,
up.
gameplay of your Lalafell or anything,
Not
but that's
prettier
just,
than the light in the fucking
I just want to see.
sky,
I
okay?
realize Shadowbringers is mostly story, so I just,
I see that you have a Be Right Back screen
my
too. Let me see this.
Mhm.
Take a little
Oh,
break.
I see it right here.
Nice.
And then you have chat there, which is nice because I always tell people at this stage, chat amongst yourselves. Here you go. It's on the screen for you guys.
One idea that I have, which I don't know if you can with the way this overlay works, but what you could do if you wanted to get real fancy, this is like a next level thing, so don't feel like this is something you need to do, but just an idea to throw at you. You could reduce the opacity of this image and have your game still in the background so that people, like, it still says Be Right Back, but it's like you can still see what was happening on the screen and like what you're coming back to. So it's not just like a hard like removal from, everything that's happening. I don't know. I think it's like a cool idea where it's like, oh, okay, they're playing Final Fantasy. You can kind of see there's like movement in the background too.
Yeah, like some characters walking around back there. People get an idea of what you're gonna be doing when you get back. You know, like they know where you are, who you are, what you are, things like that. It's always kind of nice to have. I've started having a Be Right Back screen with my gameplay in the smaller corner, which you could probably do on the lower right hand side of this if you really, really wanted to.
That's another option. Yeah. I think it just keeps chat like hooked a little bit with like what the content is that is, what you're doing right now. But again, that's totally like a optional
That's personal
thing.
choice. Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking of doing that where I have transparent text that says "Be Right Back." Yeah, I've thought about doing it myself, like, when I'm doing gameplay, because usually I just get up and leave, but, just some little text on the overlay, just like, letting people know I'm not gone. Like, sometimes my chair is, it's black, so it can blend into the background because I'm using, like, a green screen, so, like, people won't see anything, any movement, any sounds, and no camera, so they're like, oh, okay, this person.
Oh, okay.
AFK forever. All right, I'm gonna jump around again and see.
Yeah, I'm taking a look.
Yeah, I was trying to track it. Being a really cool ranger person.
I'm just genuinely at this point. I'm just genuinely curious about how combat is in this game because just I'm just MMO curious, please.
Hit me, I don't care. It was one of those moments where it was like everything in that session had gone wrong for my character, where my character does not drink like I do, and I was like ready to go to the bar and like
my
get
God,
fucking
your
hammered because like
character
this
is
was
so
not
cute.
okay for me. I was like, I'm done with today.
There's a lot of cutscenes on this one. Holy heck. Or like story, you know,
Sorry, I went
dialogue.
on a little tangent.
Yeah.
But this area totally reminds me.
Yeah, when you're doing the
of,
story,
you
it's
know,
the story is thick.
the
Baron was slim.
yeah.
That's the reason why I couldn't keep getting through it. I'm like, there's
It was
a
a world
lot.
where
Oh, there's
the
more
sun
story. Oh my
had
God.
become dark.
I will say that your mic is probably a little bit on the quiet side with like
Yeah.
all the effects when you're doing like, you know, when it's like chill, it's probably fine. But when you're in the heat of the battle, it, you know, it's kind of hard to hear.
So much damage. Oh God.
You always try to make a note
I'm
to
wearing the dumb stuff.
make your
I'm
voice
wearing
louder than
dress.
the in-game
That's level 1.
sounds or music, just because, you
I
know,
know, but this is
everyone can
this
play
is
this
good.
game. Everybody's gonna know what this sounds like, but they're not gonna know what about you.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
especially like, you know, MMOs, like the effect sounds are very consistent and like, you know, can be easily drowned out. You know, people don't need to hear those things.
Dresses for this
Can you get to
advanced season, and
3
I'm supposed
hours
to switch
30
back
minute?
and I just forgot to.
Let me find it.
Um,
Because we were talking about that reaction shot thing, and I found one. So like 3 hours 30 minutes. If you want to see a reaction shot,
we have an adorable
Okay.
cat on our lap.
About
Can we put
3:30, 11.
If we don't find him soon, you can be
pretty.
sure they will.
spoilers, guys.
It's Night Kitty. Very pretty. Oh no, is that him? What is that?
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
Oh yeah, we're definitely changing into our black mage.
My God, is this
thingy.
correct?
Mhm. Maybe we're not even fighting it.
There it is! Is that... Oh no!
I think this is spoilers. Oh, sorry.
Ulrich!
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay then.
We have to run!
Oh no. This is spoilers for me, but I don't really remember.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's,
No.
I'm not even near this. I don't
Oh my
even
God.
recognize any of these names. Like,
Yeah, I don't
I'm nowhere
either.
near this.
But I love that reaction shot. Like that is something I want to see.
Yeah, this would be a great clip for Twitter.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you just have like a zoom in on your face too. Like
Yeah, if you want to talk about reaction shots, you know, kickstarting your career, go look at Negorix. Just go look at Negorix because her one reaction to like a dying bunny in The Last
Yeah.
of Us just kickstarted her entire career. So if you think that reaction shots aren't going to get you anywhere, you are wrong. Just so you know.
God, I'm gonna
What?
bounce forward now.
Here's an idea. There's a common to the
Erase that
north
from my
where we
memory.
grow our vegetables,
Yeah,
but
sorry.
lately the past
No, it's
medium
fine.
of them that we have
But yeah,
for the sake
I
of
agree, like,
extermination work.
Reaction
Really?
clips are golden.
But
So,
Did my stream
they told
quality?
me at the Crystal Palace that the
And it
gold
sounds
that
like
they
your
have
Discord is
here
louder than
the
you as
same
well.
as-
So that's another thing why you want to make your
as-
microphone louder because your Discord people are not the
What?
star of the show. You are. And
But they
you
said
start acting that
everyone's
way.
a liar in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say this in an accusatory
Oh, look,
tone. I'm
an
just saying that
ASMR.
you are the star of the show. You need to like be the star of your show.
I'm getting some a lot. My camera. Yeah, your camera definitely. Well, it's like a lot of graininess in general.
bro, don't
Camera
bump me.
definitely got
Bro.
weird. I'm about 4
Did it
hours
again.
and 3
Now I'm
minutes
gonna die,
in.
probably.
I see it.
No, see, I'm totally impervious. He can't hurt me.
It did. Yeah. I always turn off autofocus because sometimes that's an
Damn it, stop
autofocus
shooting
issue. It'll
me.
focus on the lights instead of you.
Yeah.
If that is the thing, I would just adjust the focus, turn off the auto, and just adjust it to until you are the one that is crystal clear and sharp. I never have autofocus on anymore because of that.
Yeah.
I'm I'm sorry.
And that could be like with your background too, because it's just like a very like you're right against the background of your wall, and it's honestly
Oh my
like
God, it's not like you
like
can't
skin colored,
revive
right?
me
So
after
your
I've
camera might be.
died.
It's
Yeah,
not even
absolutely.
just like the focus though. It's like the whole stream
Two
is like
healing spells
very
is 1,000 magic.
like the whole quality is
One
downscaled,
mace
which is
was
weird because I'm at
25.
720p.
Yeah, that's
Being
weird.
obnoxious. No.
Like, right? It's not just the camera though. It's like the whole.
In general, yeah, I understand.
I was gonna say it's your bit rate, which your bit rate could be a little bit higher. I think I would want to bump that to 3,500. But it's almost like basically this quality should say like 480p or something, because that's what's happening. But it's not even saying that. Let me try the source and see if it's better.
I'm on source and it's weird.
What do you use to stream? Are you using slobs or regular OBS?
And then, let's see. Is there something in here? Where's your bad crops? Or good crops?
I use okay. You're using regular OBS. Gotcha.
Okay.
So that's good.
Let's just burn all the crops, and then we don't have to deal with the crops. That's all.
You're dropping some frames. A
Everything
little
you
bit,
like
not a
is
lot,
just
but
missing. Nothing left at all.
I mean, it's not a totally big deal, but yeah,
Although
no, it's
technically
other than that, it's a pretty solid.
Not being a black mage.
It's a pretty solid stream.
yeah.
It gets better afterwards. Yeah, if you definitely fast forward to like 4:45, it's definitely better.
So you usually stream at 4K? Okay, your
See,
playback rate hasn't been 4K at all.
Now give me more water.
Like it's
And
now it
give
says
me
okay, now of course as I say that it says 4K. Okay, but see even now it's like still looking weird.
No response. Maybe you need to.
Oh yeah, I would bump forward. It gets a lot better.
Ding
for sure.
dong. Pretty much what happened. But what
Hmm.
my sprint button to a different button. I'm looking.
Yeah, it's definitely looking better, but
Hello,
that
sir.
is
Good
very
evening.
weird
Oh,
because it's
how
like
do you feel
your
about
bit
the
rate's not
state
going
of
down,
Lowco?
and neither is your res. So why is it doing that? It
That
might be an
ISP
internet thing.
Delicious
Yeah,
and
ISP.
gate
That's what I was
town's
just
really, really
thinking.
safe. Okay then. Thank you.
What is your
Talk to you later.
upload speed?
See you later, Bill and Ted.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, I
you do a
definitely
very good
always
job
do
at like
that.
talking all the time, so that's
Mhm.
very good. Yeah, but I would turn your mic up and eventually, maybe look to getting like, a more of a standalone mic, like a USB mic, because, headset mics are very limited in their quality, but that's definitely something that you can prioritize later.
Yeah, that's something you can definitely do in the far future. A lot of streamers, a lot of people that I've talked to will always prioritize audio over better stream quality and like the picture quality. They actually enjoy people with better audio than stream quality. So if you have a choice in the future to upgrade something first, I would highly recommend the microphone first.
Yeah.
Audio is always going to be the first thing that people are going to like listen to and just be like, oh, I don't think I want to stay here.
Yeah, definitely. That should be your first upgrade, I would say. Okay, so then let's take a look at your Twitter.
Oh yes. Oh, I'm ready.
Oh yeah. I don't think so. Because I mean, I feel like it's as clear as it can get with the headset mic. Like, I mean, I think it's got to be turned up a bit. But it just, yeah, headset mics are kind of limited. Your upload speed is 16. Okay, so then you should be able to. Okay, so then it's not that. That's interesting. It might be your encoding, honestly. It might be are you using your GPU to encode or your CPU? Maybe it's that. I'm not very savvy with like the proper encoding, settings to have, but just that could be maybe the issue actually. It's just not getting crisp enough. Okay, let's look at your Twitter.
I'm looking at the Twitter and you're doing a really good job of making sure that you communicate through social media on, you said you're on break, which is totally fine. And I love that you are communicating with your audience on social media, kind of giving updates, which is wow, fabulous.
Yes.
Because even I'm terrible at, updating people. Like sometimes I cancel a stream 2 hours after it was supposed to start. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
awful about that. And I really don't want to be like that. But you look like you stay on top of, keeping a line of communication up there, which is super important. When you do get back, I really, really hope that you start kind of showcasing yourself. Put a nice pinned tweet that you're back. Hey, I'm back. Here's what's going on. We're gonna be playing this or whatever. I would love to see that. I would love to see you kind of have like a big showing coming out. I'm coming out. Just when you get back to it.
Yeah. Your GPU is your encoder. What GPU do you have? That could be a thing because your GPU might be overloaded with like the game and the stream. What model is it? You might want to try using your CPU to do encoding. If your CPU is not maxing out, I would try that, see what that looks like. Now, what I would do is kind of experiment with like a test channel. I don't know if you have one, but like a secret test channel that no one knows about except like, a trusted mod or something. And you can test your, different stream settings, different things on there so that you don't do like all your tech troubleshooting on your stream while you're live. I think that's
true.
Yeah, like it's very helpful. At least 7 after dark. I don't test things on there. A 1060. Okay, so I would try encoding on your CPU then, because I don't think
it's one of those things you're going to have to really do a lot of trial and error and troubleshoot with to see what works for you personally, because a lot of computer situations are going to be different and it's going to require you to make adjustments. And so part of being a streamer is learning how to use the encoder settings and figure out what's the best bit rate for you, and audio settings, and color correction for your cameras and all that stuff. So it's going to be a learning process that you're going to go about and get that. So it sounds like we're still in that journey.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, about your social media, like, what Lula said, like it's a lot about you, which is great. That's what it should be for. Like, you took a break from streaming, but you're still talking about like what that experience is like. That's gonna be super valuable for, interested people that are other streamers or just your viewers to know like kind of what you're going through. Like, it's a good window into your life and who you are.
Absolutely. I would love to see when you get back to same thing, clips of your channel, advertise your channel, basically, not just that here's me, here's live, but here's what happened last time I was here, and putting those reaction shots out there, and spoiler tags, obviously, if that's a thing.
Yeah.
So I would recommend, just you're already there, you're already putting the work social media wise. I just want you to shine yourself social media wise as well. Pin tweets saying that you're back, and here's your schedule, whatever it is that you want to do. But to actually just make it a show that you're live or that you're back would really be great when you're back, obviously.
Yeah, I would say more clips. What Lula said, more clips of your content, especially if you're doing a lot of Final Fantasy. Like, let's get that out there. Those reaction shots to the story, but your experience with the game for the first time, you're gonna have a lot of reactions to things, so you should be pretty rich in clips and finding good clips.
Yep. And don't pay attention to numbers. I know this is gonna be the weirdest, hardest thing to say, but don't actively look at your numbers. Have fun first. Make yourself laugh first before you try to make anybody else laugh. Same thing with content. Just make stuff that you're gonna be happy with first, and the people that like it will get there.
Yeah, if you're struggling with numbers, like, at least definitely turn them off when you're live. I never look at my numbers because I found that even if my numbers were doing really well or really poorly, like it would affect my mood. And then over time, like, even if you don't think it affects you right then and there, like, over time it does wear you down. I think looking at your numbers can be valuable for assessing how things are going, like, after the fact. Like, okay, I played, a week of Final Fantasy. Let's look at the numbers, and then you can make an assessment on like whether to keep playing it or to move on. But, you know, I think while you're streaming, like, if you see that number tick up, it's like you're gonna get nervous. You're like, oh god, someone else is here. Like,
Yeah.
You kind of freeze up a little bit. You're like, oh, even if they haven't said anything and they leave and now you feel deflated, you're like, oh, that person left. Like, you know, those small swings can really affect your mood a lot.
I have to agree with Lowco. It's yeah, one other thing, don't pay attention to it. Make your content first. Make it as best as you can be for yourself. And don't worry about what other people are looking at, because you doing your own thing I keep saying this word, but being your own genuine self is more infectious than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Than trying to make up a shtick and trying to see if the shtick works or whatever.
Yeah.
Just don't look at the numbers till later, as Lowco said, retroactively, so that you can feel a little bit more detached to it, and you can be a little bit more analytical in the future and be like, okay, well, this was a spike. What happened this day? And then maybe look at the highlighted VOD or something.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so Heatherly, thank you so much for submitting your stream onto the Stream Doctor. We hope our advice has helped you. Drink a lot of water today, and, you know, thank you so much for submitting. We really appreciate it, and best of luck with your break. You know, I hope it helps. You know, we talked about that at the beginning of the show with Lula. Like, you know, sometimes you're gonna get burnt out, and take those breaks. It's gonna be good for you.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, who's our next victim? I mean, volunteer.
Professor Panda.
Oh.
Professor Panda is here. Professor Panda, I'm gonna read their little description here. Let's see. Definitely would love to get the doctor's order on potential improvements. I'm a former Mixer partner that has been creating content since October 2019 and moved to Twitch after the shutdown announcement.
Okay.
We strive to promote panda positivity, inspire others to keep moving forward, and to create a hype and safe environment. That's awesome.
Oh, that's neat. I'm glad that you had kind of like an introduction. Introductions are everything.
Yeah. The other ones did too. I just forgot to read them. That's my bad. Just I don't want anyone to get in trouble. It was my fault.
No, totally fine.
Ooh, I'm loving the panda. I love pandas. Pandas are my favorite animals, so I might be a little biased here in your branding. I might have to excuse myself.
Oh, I love it. Let me pull this up. There you go.
This wow, I've actually never seen this before. This the way that this background is for your landing page, like the box around, you know, Meet Professor Panda. I've never seen anyone actually utilize the graphics to mesh with.
Yeah, that's actually
Twitch.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's really smart because it highlights that. Because I think without that, like, my criticism would be like it kind of would blend in a little too much. But now it's like, this is actually an important thing. Look at me. Here's my channel trailer, which you have, so plus points for that. So
You even have a channel trailer, which is great.
yeah, let me play this for the stream, and then I'll tell you when I'm back.
Let me play it right now.
Got him! Boom and a headshot! Let's go! What? No, I got another one! Oh, I got another one! Careful, careful. Ow! Hey! 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 Oh! Ah! Go! Go! Okay, let's be very careful.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Nice.
That is cute.
Very
Love
cute.
it. I think that's absolutely delightful to watch.
Yeah, that was great. You had some clips, a little text in between about what you're all about. I mean, that was great. I think if, you know, I guess if I want to be nitpicky, maybe at the end, you know, a little call to action to your socials, and maybe leave that, because you do still have 11 seconds here to play with. So you could just, you know, it was kind of abrupt, the ending. So you could kind of add like, you know, check me out here, boom, 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 and leave that up for like the last 11 seconds. And then you can let the music fade out. I gotta, find, you got a channel trailer and it's good, but now I gotta find, something to pick at,
Yeah, absolutely. I love that you have that box over there taking advantage of the banner. Which I want to know what it looks like on mobile, because this banner here is supposed to be for mobile, which is why it looks all weird on desktop.
Interesting.
Which, is sucky that it doesn't work both ways, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I think you do a pretty good job with the space regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, it looks so good. I love that you have good assets. Because I'm seeing like the next video went through and it's your stream starting soon, so I can see that you have a countdown and stuff like that.
Hey, no cheating.
Sorry. I just it just popped up. I just couldn't help watching. Okay,
All right.
so we'll go to the chat. We'll go to the main page.
I panderific friend. Nice. Excellent about me.
Oh, you have your TikTok on there too.
Whoa there. You got a TikTok. I like that you have smiley faces.
Yeah.
Thanks all of them. Got your rules, you got your schedule, and a nation. Interesting that you don't have a tip link. Is there any reason for that? Not something that's needed by any means. It's not even a negative thing. I'm just curious. We also have a talk show, The Bamboo Luncheon Chat, that kicks off every Sunday at noon Eastern time. Nice.
Nice. Okay. I like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is good. This is simple and clean and to the point.
Now I wonder why doesn't everyone have smileys on their links? I know. What are we doing?
I know.
I've been looking to revamp it from donations to tips. Just haven't done so yet. Gotcha.
Okay.
Someone's been watching the show today.
Yeah.
We command chat for our coffee. Oh, awesome. You can also include that here on the list too. I think you can have like up to 5 links, I want to say. I'm not sure. Maybe it's only 4.
But yeah, you can absolutely put it down here too. Just make, for us personally, we prefer it as tips. But yes, you can be like, support me on coffee. I didn't know it was coffee. I thought it was Ko-Fi for some reason. I'm dumb.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's coffee because it's like you buy people coffees.
Right. Yeah,
But I get it. It's like lo-fi, ko-fi, like.
Yeah, I'm just reading the wrong emphasis on the syllable and whatever. It's fine. But yeah, you should totally have that up there. Like any means and lines of, communication, because sometimes, while people might be in chat and they still want to donate you offline, tip you offline, the coffee link would be great. If you're on mobile and they can't necessarily use the chat link for whatever reason, they can at least get it, on your information page.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about having a coffee command is it's fine if, a mod uses it when someone asks for a support link, but, a viewer may not even know you have a coffee or how to spell it, and they may be looking to support you. So having like some panel that's easy, clickable, that makes it easy for the viewer instead of trying to figure out what the command might be. Yeah, these are the 3 big things that I always look for, is like an about me, a schedule, and a rules page. So, you got that on lock. I see you have like a Panda Nation thing. It's not clickable. I'm not sure if you intend it to be clickable. But if you have like a community hub, like a Discord or something, like, that might be a good opportunity to link that right here so people can click it and join the Panda Nation. Or maybe it's like a sub button link, So it's like you're recruiting people as part of your community in some way.
Yeah, and that's all right. I don't have a lot to say about this panel section. It's, everything is front forward and you see what you get, which is great. Sometimes you can get lost in the sea of panel stuff. So
it can be a lot.
It could be a lot, so.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go over to the VOD page here. And let's look at what you're playing. Yeah, I guess that is one thing that is missing, is like, what do you play? What do you do on your stream? Let's see.
I love that you have your clips and you're putting your reaction shots in there. I would love to have you introduce yourself at the beginning. Sorry, I was talking about the channel trailer.
Oh, okay. Yes, that is a good point. Yeah, you could do like, you know, a quick, probably like, you know, under 10-second little intro for the trailer, and then, you know, 2 seconds of like that, you know, like that I was talking about, that social media, like check me out here or something. You'll probably work with that a little bit. You got a little wiggle room.
Yeah, you've got like personality. We can see it in those clips. I would love to have it, you know, for a part of your introduction, just to kind of be like, "Hi, I'm Professor Panda. What's up?" You know, whatever it is that you do.
Oh God. Okay. In one stream, you played Phasmophobia and Resident Evil Village. Oh boy, are you okay?
Oh, man.
How you doing? Are you?
And they played Aliens Isolation too, so that's ooh. And you do D&D. That's amazing.
Okay, so you play everything. You got Overwatch, you got Fortnite, you got League of Legends.
Oh, you need to be like, yeah, you're variety
New
AF.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
I think if you're having trouble with growth, like I feel like you might be too variety right now. You've got Outriders, and 1 week you got Animal Crossing, Dead of Night, Fortnite, D&D. You got Overwatch. You got like literally every genre.
You are like everywhere. You are like straight up variety, which it's variety is good, but you also want to like keep consistent on it. If you're gonna play variety, do it for a little bit. I'm looking at the past game. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so your biggest struggle right now is just like growth, is what you're saying? Let me look up your stats here. Professor_Panda. I'm just taking a look at your stats real quick.
That's fine. Actually, while you look at that, I'm gonna go tinkle really fast. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll be right back.
I would definitely say so. Kind of hit a lull the last 2 months or so. Yeah, I mean, like looking at your game selection, like, you know, your numbers are pretty good, but like, let's see. I mean, yeah, it's just like you're so all over the place that like anyone that's new that comes and watches your Fortnite stream, like, you know, then to get them to watch, like you play It Takes Two one day and then D&D the next day and then a scary game the next day. Like chat will always love scary games. Like that's always good to have that in your pocket. But like if you're doing a playthrough, like Resident Evil Village is a playthrough, right? Because there is a story. So if you played it 16 days ago. Oh my god, on this 10-hour stream you played well, actually mostly just Mario Kart, that's fine. But yeah, you played it 6 days later. Okay, so you didn't play it for 6 days, and then you didn't play it for, let's see, you played it another 6 days later, and then 2 days later. Like it's gonna make it really hard for people to figure out what you're doing and when. You know, I think you're a little too chaotic with your game selection. I think you got to tighten this up a bit. Games like Fortnite and Overwatch, like these are games that really, like they're really kind of hard to get into unless you dig into them pretty deep. Like you gotta Fortnite, it's like you gotta be really good at it and like you gotta play it a lot. Like that audience is not gonna really stick around for anything else. And to be honest, at this point, most people don't even want to watch Fortnite, like unless they're just full on Fortnite. So I would say it probably doesn't make sense to play Fortnite, really. I mean, if you do it for like a community thing and your community likes it every now and then, that's fine. But, you know, overall, I think, you know, playing Fortnite and Overwatch, like these are League of Legends is another game where it's like it's oversaturated. Everyone knows what it is, and most people don't really want to watch it. Like, I would say League of Legends is another game that just is like, it's too, unless you're in it all the time, it like tapping into it now and then is just like kind of like a waste.
Those kind of games, especially with the high saturation points, those are the ones that are going to require the most dedicated playing. If you want to, you know, what is the word? Grow via that channel. Like, you know, those League of Legends, those Fortnites, those Dota channels, even World of Warcraft is also very saturated. And so for those kind of games, those are the ones that you that you really want to get in there, pick one and like grind it out, if that's what you choose to do. At the end of the day, find the games that you have the most fun with, and then if you feel like narrowing it down, find the ones you find the most fun with, and then, you know, kind of get a little bit more dedicated with them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so Fortnite, League of Legends, Overwatch, these games especially are just like even Apex. Like, these are games that it's like you're either in it or you're not. And I think it seems like you're mostly not. Like, I don't know if you would want to become a full-time Fortnite streamer or full-time League streamer. And so I would axe these out of your schedule. And I would try to, like, what is there a genre that you like to play the most? Like, you know, it seems like you've got a couple scary games here, but I can't figure out like what your vibe would be. Like, what would be like your best genre, because you're just that out there right now. You play it as a community, but do not play it to be dedicated at all. Yeah. Yeah, I would save like those type of games for like, you know, maybe you have like a once a week community day and you can jam, you know, all those games into one day, but I wouldn't put them like, you know, all the time. Mostly RPGs, okay.
Oh, those are nice.
So yeah, there's a lot of RPGs that you can play. The thing is like I don't even see any RPGs that you've done. Like, I mean, you've done a little Nier and a little Outriders, but other than that, in the last month, like, the RPGs are kind of missing out. I mean, you talk about having trouble the last 2 months, and is it a coincidence in the last 2 months you haven't been doing, you know, the genre that you like the most? You know? And that might tell you something. That might be a little key there.
Yeah, that's, and I'm sorry that I'm not talking. I'm kind of like, there's a lot to look at because you have a very robust video section. You have a very robust, you know, category of games that you've been playing. You've even done an art stream, which is absolutely amazing. You sat there and did a Bob Ross out there, and I love it. And I like that.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I don't know. There's a lot. Hang on. I would love to see. I have to start watching a video, and then I'd have to pick which video we'd have to watch very carefully because I want to know what your vibe is. Because look at these past views on your channel. You actually have people that are sitting there and are watching your VODs. You can see it. It's right there.
Yeah. And you know, about the Bob Ross thing, like, you know, let me make sure that I'm clear. Like, doing that kind of stuff, that's great type of content. Like, doing fun things like that, like, that's not being too far variety. Like, that's good. You should throw those in every now and then as, like, you know, things that are unique, you know, cosplaying, special events, stuff like that. Like, that is all great ideas. So don't get away from those type of pieces of content that make you stand out, because that's those things you want to keep doing. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at a VOD. Lula, did you land on one that you wanted to look at?
I'm trying to see which one would give. All right, I want to see what's gonna give me best panda, and I don't think it's gonna be something like Overwatch or Fortnite. I don't think that's gonna give me panda's best foot forward.
Let's look at It Takes Two from 3 days ago.
Yes. Oh my god, that is cute.
Oh, is that the Admiral Baru little plushie?
Yes, and there's a cat in front of it too.
And there's a cat.
Oh, that's a kitty. That is cute as hell.
Oh
So
god.
people get to watch this for 4 minutes before they start, or for 5 minutes before they see your stream. That's actually genius.
I don't think I can listen to this music though. I think this might be DMCA
Yeah,
Monka.
you have a couple of DMCA tags on your VODs, so I don't feel comfortable playing those on stream. Well, you can't listen to my stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful with that. I would really be careful with that.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter how big you are as a streamer, like the tech for scanning audio is out there, and you know, music labels are getting much better at just, doesn't matter if you have one viewer or if you have 1,000 viewers, like
Correct.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get scans and then you're gonna get DMCA'd.
Yeah, so you really, I mean, that apocalypse where people like absolutely cleared their content. That was me. I was one of those because I wanted to make sure my channel was going to stay. And I
Mhm.
see some of your muted VOD tags, and which is fine, but if you get hit by live tags, it's going to be an issue for you. So be careful with that.
Yeah. So you're starting soon. Is this a live video of you petting your cat? Is this always something you have? Like, if so, how do you get your cat to be there all the time? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
or what is usually on here? I guess I don't know. Like, how does this work? Like, is there dedicated cat cam all the time? And then I guess this is chat on the side here.
Yeah, it looks like it's chat on the side, and then you have a box, and it occasionally pops up your socials, I guess. I saw a TikTok in there a second ago. Sorry, I'm a little ahead. I already see his face.
Okay, let me pop ahead here.
Because that box is just that box is just popping up socials.
Oh, this box right here?
When you go a little later.
The starting soon, but are you still in the starting soon?
Oh, no, sorry, it was up forward. No, you can see his chat scrolling and then nothing's popping up there, so it's just a black box that kind of does nothing. So I would do something with that black box.
I think it's supposed to be for chat.
I think so too.
But yeah, now you know that it's not working. All right, we got the stream starting here in a sec. Just gotta wait for it to. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Is it safe now to?
Hi everybody. If you are coming back from our brotastic D&D adventure earlier,
I don't know if this
welcome
music
back.
DMCA. I don't think
If this is your
so.
first time with us today, howdy, welcome back to the Pan
There's no
Nation.
music
Welcome to
now when he
Pan
talks.
Nation. Hope you're having a brotastic
That
Saturday,
at least I
Sunday,
can hear.
time zone.
There is some music, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think this
Just
is safe
super
music.
cuddly right
I
now.
wanna
It's
say.
Dale, so I know, right, Kawhi?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going in his box finally. Oh no, you're not done. All right, what?
There's
No, okay,
googly
good, we're
eyes
doing
on your
this.
microphone.
I was like,
I love the
Okay, he's in
coloring
the
of the
box, we're
lighting.
good.
Like,
Yeah,
you
that is
got
great.
really good lighting. You got clean paneling, and your background's super sick. Like,
Mm-hmm.
nice job.
Good transitions. I like that. It's really nice.
D&D,
Can I ask about the sunglasses? Is that your
so
shtick
glad
that
we
you're
got
always
that
gonna have the
back
sunglasses on?
And
It's like,
I've got more
you know,
It
it's like a
Takes Two
Kit
with Vex
Boga.
playing today. So
Yeah,
Vex and
that's what I was
are gonna be
thinking.
playing
Gotta have the
together. I'm
glasses.
so excited. It's been so
Tally used to
panderific.
have sunglasses
she and I
all the
haven't
time,
played,
so
like,
that's
a
what it just reminds me of. Is
hopefully the what happened last time.
I like this. I like this just chatting thing though. Like, I like.
yeah, yep.
You know, you've got your chat. It's working. You've got your cat cam. Yeah, I think this box with the social, this is kind of like meh to me. I think I want to get rid of this box right here and not cut you off, and then you still have a really good amount of space right where that box is that you can use that just is like the background. I think that would look really clean if you did that.
Yeah, you can even put your socials there stationary, if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this box for the social. I think it just doesn't make sense. It's too weird. I think it cuts off too much. Like you like this whole box just for just one little thing. Yeah, I don't like this box. Get rid of this box.
You're fine, Kawhi. You are fine. We're just getting started. We're just talking about what happened last time. My heart's still in pieces. I swear
I've
to
still yet to
Bamboo.
play this game. I want to play this
Oh,
game
it's
so
so
bad.
good.
Oh, I
But-
want to.
You gotta
Don't have
co-op
time
it.
right now.
You gotta
I
co-op.
know.
It's
we
amazing.
I'm trying to get the boyfriend to do it with me. He
the
doesn't
most
wanna.
bamboozling is behind us.
We're too busy.
Okay. Do you say?
I don't know how you bounce back from that.
I tried my bamboo.
Your audio is
No,
very
you
missed
clean.
it, but whew.
Very good audio.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get us connected in. Kawhi says hi, Vex.
Hello.
Oh, Canvas
You
also
definitely-
says
Hello.
Yeah, you definitely put your attitude out there. Your not your personality. It's there.
hi, Vex.
It's out
Chapter
there.
Select.
I love the freaking googly
So,
eyes on your
cuckoo
microphone.
clock.
It's
All right, so I need to
hilarious.
invite
Your
her
stream
through.
room's nice. Your branding's
Did she
very
come
to
through
the
okay for
point
y'all,
in
by the
there,
way?
and
That
I
was
love
actually a
it.
good test to make sure. Let's see. I have sent you an invite. I think.
Yes, I got it.
So I see what happened last time. When I invited you, it resets to a different chapter.
Yeah, it for some reason pushed it to mini games. It looks like.
Hey, are you seeing Gates of Time?
For the cuckoo clock.
Yeah.
E.
All right.
I just want to make sure I didn't get
All right, I get
disconnected.
to
Logo, are
be
you there?
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah. Sorry, I was
Great.
listening to the VOD a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just want to make sure.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
I mean, you got great energy. Like your personality's there, your audio quality's there, like your overlay looks good. One small thing though, your camera is actually like a hair past the border.
Can you skip past?
That's something that I can never see with my OBS. Like I
we
need
watch
like viewers to point that out. So because you know your preview is
Oh.
smaller, but yeah, your camera's just like a tiny bit over the line there.
Okay. I'll get that added quite.
Yeah,
Good
no, you're
catch.
you're
What?
you're communicating. You're interacting with chat. I would not say that this is your problem. Games like this, pretty nice. I kind of want to see what it looks like when he plays
I was so
Overwatch
traumatized
or.
last time. No, I was so
Fortnite.
traumatized. I didn't watch any of this.
Yeah, so you are streaming at 720p 30, and what's your bit rate? About 2000. Like I will tell you, like this for like the shooters you're playing, you probably have a quality problem with when you do shooters. Like this is 2000 is very very low, and you can really like if you have what's your upload speed? Like you could probably bump this up a lot. Like I mean I would double it honestly. I would stream at like 3500. I mean, you probably get like, do you get quality options? Do you get source options when you stream? I mean, looking at your viewership, like I'm not sure how where you need to be, but you might be getting that. You do? Okay, so then I would go to 4K bitrate, and you could even bump your FPS up to 60. Like, even though we're kind of telling you to cut out doing like Fortnite and Overwatch and stuff like that, like even when you do play those games or any high FPS games, like it's gonna look so much better. I can just tell by your stats that like when you do those streams, like it is probably some like rough quality, honestly. Bitrate, not resolution. Yes. Yeah, double your bitrate. Yes. 4,000. Stream at 4,000, and again, if you have the hardware, bump this up to 60. Your stream is your chat will notice a huge quality improvement. So yeah, I mean, other than that, like, I think your biggest problem with growth is just your game selection. It's just too wide.
Yeah, I would have to say
Too
that
out
too.
there. You've got
I would not
personality.
say your absolutely. I would not say your personality or your inability to show who you are is the problem, because you're there. You're absolutely doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still watching. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna check your Twitter is the last thing.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's see.
I would start paying attention to what games you yourself have the most fun with, and then I would retroactively look at analytics to see what does the best.
Mm-hmm.
and kind of start making maybe a narrower list.
Yeah. So you got your business email. That's great. Variety Twitch streamer and content creator powered by voice mod. Email. Have a fantastic day. Nice. You could be a little bit more descriptive if you want, like, you know, something about like what you're playing, what you do.
I hate bringing this up every single time, but I love a good pin tweet. Give me a good pin tweet that gives maybe I have my what is it? I have my channel trailer on my pin tweet because it once again just gives a good introduction of what's going on and who I am, what I do right at the onset. So if you want kind of people to show up, then give them your best foot forward on a pin tweet when they look at you.
Yes, pinned intro tweet. Yeah, like, you know, you can have a little trailer, like literally you take your channel trailer, boom, like do a little bio, do important links.
And you've got a good personality just to have you in the front, just being like, hey, my name, you know, what's up? My name's Panda. Do whatever your introduction is, and then show off what you have in there would be so good because they can see who you are personally.
I like that. I like your personality, and like your tweets still have like you're very good at like, you know, it's like bamboo filled friends, like pandarific, professionals, like, you know, your branding is, yeah, it's very good.
You are definitely on brand.
Dorky, thank you for that link, by the way. Yeah, that link has information about bitrate recommendations. If you can go to 60 FPS, then I mean, if you have the upload, then I would increase that to even 4500. Like if you're getting quality options regularly, go to 4500, 60 FPS. Boom, it's gonna look great. I like that you have like some clips too of your stream. Like that's good. Clips, and I'm seeing pictures and images.
Oh yeah, that's definitely there. Your social medias are very robust in what you've got. I would love to see. Okay, you have the clips. There it is.
All right, so I got another thing that I want to bring up, Lula. Your perspective on not including a link to your tweet when you go live.
Okay, so according to Twitter analytics, or according to people who are really good at monitoring social media analytics on Twitter, supposedly when you, and I don't know if this is for sure, but if you have a tweet which links to outside of Twitter, then supposedly the analytics will get crushed and your tweet's not going to get that many audiences because supposedly Twitter just wants you to stay on Twitter. That being said, that would be really, really hard to kind of, you know, have links to your channel from Twitter. If you didn't have them on, I still have them on and still use it. I just I just hope that I have the best supportive, you know, people on the social medias that are going to be able to help spread that word, you know, organically without the use of any kind of analytics. So if you have the ability before your stream starts during that 2 minute or during that 5 minute, you know, countdown, if you can have people spam your stream, that way the word gets out a little bit better, that'd be really great if that's what you're going to do.
Yeah. So I feel like the number of times that you said the word supposedly just kind of shows that it's like, it's not really a confirmed thing. It's just something that people have gotten spooked about. And I have yet to find any solid evidence that that's actually a thing. Meanwhile, I know for a fact that if you don't include a link right here, I am not clicking on your profile and then clicking on your stream. Like that's a 100% fact that is cutting down on click through because people already don't like links and they're not going to click twice to get to a link. So, and the thing is, if I'm a new person, like if I'm just scrolling my feed and somehow I get shown this tweet, like I will click on a link if I'm like curious, but like if I'm not gonna click and then click again, for sure. So I don't know, like do what you think is best, but my opinion right now is so long as your feed is not just going live tweets and links every single tweet, which you do not do, then linking your stream, I don't think is a problem. I think,
I would link your stream. Yeah,
like I think you should link your stream. I think it's easy for your viewers. And what I would do also is when you go live, that's when you do this tweet. Like right when you're about to be on cam. Put this tweet out like a minute before you go on cam, because that way when people do click your link, they're not waiting for 10 minutes for you to go live. Like you're already starting. Like we talked about this earlier today, but I think that would be better.
Yeah. And looks like you already have an established community. Have them help you on social media to like retweet or interact with that tweet, period.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something that I get my community to do, is like retweet this. You know, I give out like channel points for retweets. Like, you know, that's just something that you can plug while you stream.
That's a good idea. I should give out points for that.
Yeah, we have I mean, you can't give out Twitch channel points, but you can do, if you have your own currency, like I give out currency for you know, every retweet that happens, everyone gets candy is our currency. Okay. So
yeah, there's like I would say that you are checking a lot of boxes on your both Twitch and social medias.
Yeah,
it's just probably narrowing it down to get you to showcase your best, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like this is good. Like these are good things. You're a lot of pictures. You know, I think more clips could always be a good thing. More clips is always good. This is great.
Interact with other people. Make sure it's genuine though.
Yeah.
I see that you're not really talking to other streamers. You're not really talking to other, you know, content creators out there. It would be a good idea, behoove you at least to provide general, you know, comments, I guess, with other streamers that you feel are on your same wavelength, I guess you could say.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely put yourself out there, network, engage. You know, don't isolate yourself. Like the lone wolf route with streaming it's a tough one. It's really tough to kind of make it on your own.
Yeah. No,
Are you rating?
It's hard.
Like after every stream, like you should rate someone that's like, you know, probably about your size. Like support other streamers. You'll get support back. Check in with people. You know, find people like, you know, if you like RPGs, then get back to RPGs and make that known and out there. Like, you know, what games are you gonna play? Like, what have you played? What's upcoming? You know, raid those types of people that also play RPGs that have that similar, you know, vibe as yours. Like that's gonna click with a lot of people. Like, you know, when you raid someone that has a similar personality, like your viewers are more likely to stay. And then that person, when they come back to support you, like those people are more likely to stay on your channel. It's a win-win for both of you guys.
Obviously, if they don't reciprocate, then, you know, why bother? But, you know, make sure you tag them. Hey, thanks for the stream. Everything was great. We just rated, and try and find them on Twitter at whoever you just rated. It does really help.
Yeah.
With starting those connections.
Yeah, and I always look at rating at like, okay, if I raid someone, they probably won't be able to raid me back because they probably are usually streaming after me, not before me.
Correct.
But like what comes around goes around, and if you're supporting other people, like that will come back to you. So, you know, even if that person particularly can't raid you back, even if they just come by the stream and hang out, like that's a really nice connection to have. Like that opens you up to collaborations, and you know, there's still some benefit that you get there. So
absolutely.
So yeah, hopefully that helps, Professor. You know, you have a lot of great things going, and you know, hopefully we were able to provide some feedback regardless. Like, you know, you definitely have some great things going. So thank you so much for submitting your stream, and you know, drink extra water today and go out there and have a pandarific Tuesday.
I love that.
Awesome.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah. All right. So other than that, guys, that is going to do it for today's show. Thank you guys to all of our patients. Big round of applause for being brave and submitting your channel onto the Stream Doctor for today. I hope you guys, even if you were just lurking and learned something, like, you know, that's my hope. So if you guys enjoyed that, all I ask is that you know, go tell another streamer about what we do here, and, you know, if they need help, like, you know, let them know about Streamer Square and the resources that we have for streamers, and you know, keep up with me. Like, please come back and let me know how things go. I want to know, because You know, I actually had someone who was on Stream Doctor like a couple years ago come and tell me that he got partnered in December.
That's really neat.
Yeah, just a few months ago. So it was so cool. It was so rewarding to see that, like, you know, and to just see people succeed from, you know, just a little bit of help that I can give. So, Lula, thank you so much for being on the show. Like, I really loved your perspective on things. Like, I feel like you gave some really top-notch advice. So thank you so much.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, if you want to shout yourself out one more time before we close out.
Yeah, hey, so everyone, hello. My name is Lulaboo. I am a cooking streamer. I am currently on break, but we'll be back in full force. I play a lot of MMORPGs, mostly World of Warcraft, doing a lot of cooking as well, Monday through Friday with sometimes Sunday on the stream times as well. So if you guys want to see some commentary dripping with sarcasm and lots of food porn, then I'm your girl. Twitch.tv/Lulaboo.
Awesome. Mods, if we could link out Lula's stream, that would be amazing. Oh, thank you, Slipus. Already on it. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so I will be right back, guys, but we're gonna say bye to Lula, and then we'll recap after that. So hang in there. I'll be right back in just a sec.
Bye.